All right, we are beginning. Today we are going to be playing a game of Elder Kings. I think someone desynced. We had two C's. Oh, I desynced. Oh no. Oh no. Random count. No. Oh, that's not what I want. Uh-oh. This is very worrying. Hopefully I can rejoin and resync. I might not be able to. There is an issue in CK3 currently where if you get desynced from a game, you normally cannot resync until the end. We may not get to play today. Fuck. Holy shit, this would suck. I went out of my way not to even do any character decisions or anything like that too. You know why? I think it's because I sat in the menu too long. I sat in the main menu for a while, didn't select the character. Anyway, if we do get a game today, we don't have a desyncing issue. Today we are going to be playing as King Torg of Whiterun in an Elder Kings 2 role-playing game. This is a game we've obviously planned for months now. And it's finally happening. It's got a pretty big player turnout. We'll see how many players actually stay in it. It will all be conducted within the Empire title of Skyrim. The start date in 1440. All right, come on. Pray to Jesus that this works here. Yeah, there were a lot of these things, it looks like. All right, pray to Jesus that we don't desync again. The start date is in the Second Age. It's year 440. It's right after the Kingdom of Skyrim, which was a united kingdom split into pieces after the assassination of the previous king and the disputing of the title and the inheritance of Queen Freydis of Eastern Skyrim, who's the legitimate, the daughter of the previous king. Her claim was questioned by High King Svartr of Western Skyrim, who in the game mechanically actually did murder her, but no one knows that, or murder her father rather, who's disputed it. She was crowned by the crown of verity, which is a magical item that chooses the next king or queen. And the High King Svartr of Western Skyrim was crowned by a moot, which is where all the Jarls came together to pronounce him king. Skyrim is divided. It's technically a civil war, but there hasn't been any active fighting yet. It's just been basically the Jarls have declared for different sides. Certain regions are independent, like us. We're playing Whiterun. We're an independent kingdom, not a high king, but we are a king. We haven't obviously declared for either side, same with Whiterun, the Rift, the Reach, etc. The other major event that's happened in the beginning of this game is there has been an invasion of orcs that have destroyed the Kingdom of Falcrenth. High King Yashnag, who's an orc, led a band who basically fled the sacking Orsinium, which is like a big orcish stronghold in the west, and basically claimed this land and taken it. They're obviously an existential threat to many within Skyrim. So, yeah, it's an interesting start. It's one of the ones that was, I think, a lot of effort was put into. All right, everyone went back up 1 second.
So when we select our characters, should we still? I tried to click like start game to ready up and it put me in. So should I just go into that and not do anything, or
go into that and then just won't do anything? Yeah. Just
Yeah.
Also,
another thing.
Preferably stay in the lobby, please.
Where's the new ID?
I'm initializing.
Are we rehosting?
I'm also restarting the.
Yeah, we got like more than half of the lobby desynced.
Yeah, people were dropping like
because we said
We did pre-host an hour early, so.
Yeah, everyone has been constantly doing stuff. When I started, I received like 4 offers.
Oh wow, yeah, okay, that'll do it.
Yeah.
When you join into the game initially in a multiplayer game, no matter what game it is in a Paradox game, if the game hasn't started, if you click any buttons, you will desync yourself and others. So don't do that. Just heads up.
I know there's a handful of people definitely.
Ironic, I didn't desync. I did all of my beginning moves. I didn't desync.
Don't.
Holy shit! Is that Carl? Is that Lithuanian Carl who I haven't seen in, oh god, half a year? What's up, man? How's it going, Lollipop? What's up, Nerd? What's up, Igma? So yeah, we'll see how stable this is. Elder Kings 2 is a mod for CK3. CK3 is naturally not really good for multiplayer. The Paradox devs haven't put a lot of effort into stabilizing it. But we'll see if we can get this working. This is also a fucking huge game. There were, I think, almost 40 signups for this game. I thought a lot of people wouldn't show up. Most people showed up. So we've got a massive game. And we also put up a host a little bit early. So we're going to try re-host now, see if it stabilizes. Hope for the best. We'll have to see. It's a fantastic mod mage. I really enjoy it. In single player, it's really good. Worst case scenario, if this game doesn't work right now, I'm just going to go play single player Whiterun. I prefer not to, because I think multiplayer roleplay in this would be just so amazing. But it's important to know of any of these sorts of modded multiplayer games, there's always the potential that the mod just has multiplayer issues. So what have you been up to, Ham? Oh, there's a lot going on. I've been very busy doing a lot of stuff. It sounds very vague, but well, a lot of things going on. I haven't been streaming as much and stuff like that. That will continue as well. How about you, nerd? Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. I've been modding. I got a little bit into modding. We're making a Victoria 3 mod pack right now. We just got a letter. I'll need to respond to that in a second. I've been working on a Victoria 3 roleplay mod pack, which is just a single mod with a bunch of different mods put into it. Victoria 3 multiplayer only works with one mod right now. Almost, I've never seen an example that hasn't been the case. So we've been making a roleplay mod, which is just really a mod pack, but I've been working on that. Should be interesting. What's up, Escova? Couldn't stand Vicky 3. It's really buggy. That's my issue with it, is the bugs. The base features I really enjoy, but... Alright, the King Torg of Whiterun. Your request is a noble one, and one of great rare benevolence. We got just some background here. We got a message from Helgen, which is to the south of us, to basically, they're putting together a coalition to destroy the orcs to the south of us. And we got requested that basically we would join in their martial alliance to rid Falcrenth of the orcs, because it's the family's historical title that they got pushed out of. So we responded by saying we would, but we just asking that basically the orcs are treated well and basically they're not massacred, because King Torg of Whiterun, he's a very flawed person, which I'll get into when we start, but he's semi-just and noble. That's his main thing he's got going for him besides everything else. Your request is noble one and one of great and rare benevolence. You may have my word as a Nord that I will not harm those who lay down their weapons and respect our laws and rights. I request that you marry my nephew, who is my heir to your daughter, to solidify our alliance, if you would honor us with a marriage. My nephew, who is my heir. Ooh, that's an interesting request. Thank you for the resub, Moose. I appreciate that, man. Also, the roleplay you've been doing lately, man, is so good, dude. I really appreciate you setting the example. I've said it before. I'm going to keep saying it because it's so nice. All right, we got a new ID, too. We'll try and connect to this, hopefully. Hey, Vicky AI and a lack of importance of infamy. Yeah, there's a mod that we're incorporating in the mod pack mod, which will really help with that. I agree, though. I thought that the Vicky 3 would oversell and underdeliver. I don't think it underdelivers. I think it just was too buggy. It's like a lesser version of when Cyberpunk launched, as in, great game, core features fantastic. The bugs make it not unplayable, but pretty close. And Vicky 3 is the same way. Windhelm is greater than any Skyrim hold. My favorite of the holds is definitely Whiterun. I know that's generic, but I just like the design. I like the layout, I like the culture. My second favorite one would probably be the Reach. The Reach is so cool, man. Yeah, I like Cyberpunk, exactly. British Vicky 3 AI is a pariah, marvelous. Yeah, Infamy needs to be completely overhauled. I finally decided to join an RPG game and I end up getting called you can't take it. Yeah, Zodi, I'm sad you can't make it, but we're having a lot of issues with this anyway, so we'll see.
When you click the select button, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's helping people out. All right, we can't touch anything in the game till the game starts because we might destabilize it. So let's see. We can hold up to 40 titles. Wow, I didn't know that. I haven't noticed that yet. So I've been playing this a fair bit in single player, but not a ton. We'll be doing this multiplayer roleplay one. I wish I had more time to stream because frankly, I would love to just play a bunch of single player of this, but I just don't have the time right now. At some point, I definitely want to stream a bunch of single player Elder Kings because Elder Kings 1 was actually probably my favorite mod of all time. It's probably my favorite Paradox experience. I always like the Elder Scrolls. I'm not an Elder Scrolls lore goblin. You guys will see that very quickly. I lack a lot of knowledge on the lore of it, but I really like the mechanics. I like the lore enough that I played so much of it. So when I first played a lot of CK2, when it came out, I played so much Elder Kings 1. Like, it was kind of ridiculous. pretty much I always played over here. Not always, but mostly. I played, the guys I love to play as, I like to play as Wayrest, I like to play as Westmark, and I like to play as North Point a little bit. And then the where are they at? There's, yeah, the Orcs too. I love this area, just culturally and mechanically and in the game and geographically. I played so much here. So at some point I'll play some single player of that too. But anyway, I'm so excited for this. What's up, Void? Just want to pop by and say well wishes, the best for you and this RP, my friend. Thank you, Wolfton. Appreciate that, man. And I'm looking forward to roleplaying with you, dude. That pregame roleplay we did was a lot of fun, getting me hyped here. Just actually the comment on that, we had a bit of some pre-roleplay with another player, who's our vassal, Clanhead Okra of Greymarch, who is a matriarch, and she's very diplomatic, very well liked. She's old enough, our characters would have known each other since, well, at least we were born, really. She was 16 when we were born. As the primary vassal of Whiterun, we obviously would have known her constantly growing up, right? And our outlook on life is very similar, so we would be very close. We got a visit from her right before the start of the game, where basically she introduced her son and her heir, and throughout the roleplay asked basically for us to take him on his ward, which we're gonna do. So we're gonna teach the lad. She also obviously was here to talk about the necromancer. Currently in Whiterun, there's a necromancer, the West priest Torvinex, who is one of the dragon cult worshippers in the mountains of Elder's Blood, who obviously needs to be dealt with. She just basically came to talk to us about it, but she wants to basically deal with it herself. So Ogra wants to fight them herself, being a Nord, of course. And if she fails, we've stated that obviously the Crown of Whiterun will send the armies that we have to help her if necessary. Obviously, it's within her title and her domains, so it will be going to her, of course. So a little backstory on that. And then the other diplomacy we had pregame was obviously with Helgen. So we have just had a marriage proposal. It was proposed that, that could be the right one. Hold on. Am I looking at the wrong person? Bear with me. No, that's the right one. No, him. He's the heir. So we've had a proposal that Prince Hackfield, who's the heir to Helgen, the Helgen family basically are the ones that were pushed out by the orcs in Falcrenth. So if the coalition is successful, their family will take back the Kingdom of Falcrenth, and their heir is this guy. We've had a formal proposal that he be betrothed and then be married to our youngest daughter, who is 10. So she will be 16 and he will be 36. So we'll have to see if he can produce an heir. It's a good proposal. They're like our main southern holding, and not our holding. They're our main southern neighbor, and there has been historically fairly good relations, so I think it would make a lot of sense. It's a bit risky though, because the coalition could lose against the orcs. That's possible. But given our character traits, which of course is honest, temperate, patient, and our family and him are well known for being very just and level-headed, we'd obviously support them and look through things how it is. So I need to think about how I'm going to reply to this. Cyber prostitutes are wild. Been RPing in Red Dead Online for the last few years. Red Dead Online is really fun to roleplay with. I've done it a bit myself. The people in that are fantastic roleplayers. It's similar to GTRP, but the level of roleplay is just so much higher. It's kind of ridiculous. What's up, Commander? Is the game music like hearable to you guys, or do I need to turn it up, by the way? Because it's really soft for me. Let me know if you guys can hear the in-game music. How's this? Is this better? Better now? Alright, cool. What's up, Bambi? Alright, you should be able to hear it now. They have a really good soundtrack, so I want it to be hearable. Okay, let's respond to this. To Jarl Anger of Helgen. I am glad to hear you will give your word for level-headed and just conduct in the war to come. Us Nords are a hardy people. And a tough one. Yet many forget that honor is even more important. Your willingness to accept This shows that you are worthy of the title you shall take with the gods' permission. As to the request for a marriage with my young daughter, what's her name? Yori. I think this would be reasonable and would be happy to prepare introductions in the future. Falcrenth and Whiterun should be natural friends. And to be honest, with the ambition of the High Monarchs, we are both in need of friends. Signed, King Torrig of Whiterun. Cool. We'll accept the marriage proposal. The map looks very well designed. Also, can someone explain to me the Elder Scrolls? I've never seen it at all. Oh boy. The amount of lore you would need to understand. I can give you a bit of a lore dump. I gave it to someone else today. For anyone who wants to understand the context of this game, let me give you the deets here. These would be like the most relevant portions, so I will send these to. One of my favorite places is the island of Solstheim, a mix of Atmore, Nord, Skal, and Dark as a bit of Dragon Cult. Don't forget the fucking, what are they called? The Reeklings as well, little goblins. Oh, alright, we're not desynced yet. Praise Jesus. Alright, game's begun. Fingers crossed that we don't desync. I've been so excited for this game, I can't even begin to describe it. My courtier Jurgen has insisted on seeing me, even though I have made it known that I would rather be alone. My sensible king, it has now been a long while since you last showed yourself at court. We all tried to do our best to maintain appearances in your absence, but a Whiterun court cannot function without the king in attendance. My long absence from the royal court has left it leaderless and without purpose. My courtiers are increasingly comparing their circumstances to those of prestigious courts, like the Collevian one. We'll go back to it. So let's explain why that would be happening. And kind of where we are. So we are playing, obviously, King Torrig, the Honest of Whiterun. He's known for being a very level-headed guy. I'll read the primer that the game actually gives you. I think we get one. I guess not. We're supposed to get one at the start of the game. But he's basically just known for being very level-headed, very diplomatic, very well-spoken, having a lot of honor and being religious. So he's a very just leader. That being said, he is frail, so he's basically been sick his whole life. Since birth, he's just been really weak. Even as a Nord, obviously for him, psychologically, I'm sure that would be absolutely brutal. And for his prestige, normally that would probably hamper him, because he's not a great warrior. His martial's only 5 because of probably, like, you know, mental tactics. Physically, I've roleplayed that he can barely even walk. We're going to roleplay that basically one of our legs is completely fucked up. We have like a health constitutional thing that has made us frail. And in his late teens, King Torrig basically, he didn't lose use of one of his legs, but it doesn't work very well. So he's just constantly hobbling around. He's normally sitting on his throne in Whiterun because if he has to get up, he basically needs people to help him. And obviously he never leaves his capital because he's just so weak. In addition to that, well, we don't have the money for this. 1 second, I'll read these in a minute. In addition to this, he's also not very good with intrigue. He's got a 6. I'm role-playing that even lower, though. Basically, he barely knows how to spot intrigue, is how I've role-played it. Like, in the history of Whiterun, his court's known for being very good and just, but he doesn't see any of the scheming going on, and he can barely deal with it, essentially. So, although he's just, he's very good, his people like him, his vassals would like him, anyone who tries to take advantage of him will probably succeed. So if people try and use this for intrigue and it's not blatantly obvious, we'll probably go along with it. He's honest, patient, and temperate. He's the type of person to probably try and see the best in people, even though as a 46-year-old monarch, he would know that that doesn't always happen. He's a patriarch, so he's like a shining example of virtue for his family. We've got the thief, birth sign, And we are a charismatic negotiator. 16 Diplo, 5 martial, 11 stewardship, 6 intrigue, and 3 learning. So that's the background on our character. We have 3 children. We have our main son, Sorvar, who's been sent west to help Grey March with the necromancer. And so he's not in court right now, but he is honest, generous, and calm. He's also a charismatic negotiator. Our second daughter, Princess Ionia, I think is actually a player. It was going to be a player. We'll see. She is calm, stubborn, deceitful, greedy, vengeful, lusty, and bossy. So I don't know how she has all these traits, but she's a very interesting person. Very complex individual. She actually owns a title, so we at some point chose to give her halted stream, since obviously she will inherit, we gave her a title. And then we have our youngest daughter, Princess Fiori, who we have betrothed now to the heir to potentially the Kingdom of Falcrenth, but for now, simply the Jarl of Helgen. So, that is where we're at. You're looking like a Viking W. Appreciate it, man. Hell yeah. So, interesting setting, interesting character, interesting background. Just so great for roleplay. We missed that event because I was talking, but that's fine. We'll go from here. We have 1 Dynasty Legacy. We are going to go for, where is it? Law. We're going to go for mostly fair. Our family at this time, there's a bit of lore on it in the actual Elder Scrolls lore. They're known for being like very prestigious, very just, very noble, and valuing honor. So they're very well respected. We're not married, and we're not going to marry. In the roleplay, he had a lover who was a shield maiden. They never married. She bore him children, and then at some point she died in the past, so which would have been probably around 8 years ago. And as such, she's going to remain unmarried until he dies. We have most of our council already decided, but we do need a spy master. This would probably be a really good one to do with one of our vassals. I think every single one of our vassals is actually a player. Two are. We have 2 vassal players. We have a Battleborn vassal. Ah, wonderful. One of our vassals has come to our court to show his loyalty. And then we have one for the Stormfist. So we have 2 vassals. I don't think the Greymane player showed up today, but they may next time. So, yeah. I wait patiently on my throne for the arrival of Linman Lovod, who is announced and ushered before me. He kneels in deference and attendance, bring forth his gifts of coin and prestigious objects. The oath is taken, and scribes record his pledges to serve the Kingdom of Whiterun. At last I bid the lid man arise, confirming my satisfaction. Cool. Loyal vassal. For our spy master, I think I'm going to ask the Battleborn to do it, so we're going to go do some Diplo. Let's choose our patron really quick. Our family historically worships Junal, who is the owl, so we'll go for them. And then we'll get rid of those as well. For my heir, I'm going to probably try and marry him to the Alderman of Riverwood, but we'll wait for that. So, okay, let's go do some Diplo. What's up, Denise? Battleborn. I have to find him. Oh my gosh. I'm completely
around the court, and it has me worried.
Oh there, I apologize for my absence. My health was not what it was. I do apologize. Normally my son would handle these matters, but he is away. Welcome, my vassals. Welcome to my court. I hope you are in good health.
Hey, it's good to see you again.
And you as well. News from the west, I hope, is good. The necromancer. Any word?
So far, we're trying to gather our troops, and I just want to come by and gracious you another gift of mine.
Another one. I'll be honest, that pie you gave me last time, it did not last through the night. I'll be honest with you, so I would not be opposed to another. It was very nice of you, as always, Ulgran.
You're welcome, my king. No worries. I was actually here to pay homage to you.
Homage? Ah, you're most kind. I'm glad that you honored the traditions, but I know well your loyalty, Ulgra.
No worries. And besides, here, allow me to give you this. She kneels down and gives you the gold, and she gives you 50 gold. Here's for you, my king, an offer to me.
Fine-head Ulgra, as always, you will be honored as my vassal, and always are welcome to drink and sup at my house and in my hall. I thank you for honoring your vows as my vassal.
You are most welcome, my king, and much more in future days and time.
Is there anything I can grant upon you for your loyalty? Any aid I can give you as my most loyal vassal?
To be very honest with you, and I will be most honest to you much more, but my son is most dear to the heart, as well as my family.
Have you brought him here? I promised to make him, to teach him the ways of the court and bring him up. I assume you are here to pass him over.
Yes. Yes, 1 second. Ulfric, my dear. And as she says that, a child, the child from before, Ulfric, just comes by to the side of the mother. Hello, mother. Hello there, king.
Ulfric, good to see you again. I swear, every time we see each other, you seem to grow a foot. You'll be taller than a giant before long.
Indeed, it is true.
Morin heritage is strong in you, young Ulfric. Welcome to my court, and I look forward to helping you become the man I know you can be.
Thank you, my king. I hope to just be proud and hopefully serve you as well as my mom did.
I'm glad to hear that. Your family has been close to mine for quite some time, and I am more than confident that will continue. When my son is back, my heir, perhaps you two will find a bond together. I'm sure your disposition will be such that you will enjoy each other's company, I hope.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Well, if anything, I should probably get ready for the war that we're heading towards the Elder's Blood Peak right now.
Of course, as I said before, I know that you and your men and women and shield maidens are more than capable of handling the necromancer, but if I can be of any assistance, all you must do is send a messenger, and my troops will be ready.
Hold on. As she says that, a message comes by, and like, my lady, a message from the people. Oh, what is this? She rolls up the scroll. Oh my. This is some surprising news I've heard. Apparently, the necromancer has died.
He's dead?
He's no more. What? How?
Normally it takes an adventurer or an army to defeat one of his kind. This is a shocking blessing upon our kingdom.
Yes, that is quite surprising. How? Messenger, was there any news further? No, my lady. Apparently the necromancer has been gone. Instantly. We have no idea. Oh my. Wow, that's quite strange.
I'll have to hire one of my scouts or an adventurer to go see if perhaps he's run off somewhere else. We wouldn't want him causing trouble in another hold throughout Skyrim or beyond, but it appears that the land's there you will be able to take back with much issue. Is it empty entirely?
I am not too sure. Messenger, any news? No, my lady. There is a woman who's there, who owns the Elder's Blood Peak, from what we understand from the scouts. Oh, a lady? Yes, a lady goes by the name, I believe, is Priestess Athena? Athena, that's her name. I see.
Also, I do apologize, Garak. I see you there. It's good to see you.
There we go.
Hello.
Yes.
I apologize again. My health. I did not notice you there. Perhaps you have some wisdom here. It appears that the necromancer is gone from Clan Head Okra's holdings, but we need to be careful here. What are your thoughts on this new woman in charge of the hold there?
So long as she continues to propagate evil, then she herself is evil. We strike as soon as we can before we can allow this to spread.
I most agree with you there. I do agree.
Very well. I assume that is the best course of action. You both know well that military matters are not something the gods have blessed me with. I'm sure if the marshal thinks that's a good idea, it must be.
Indeed. I also wish to, actually, quite to think of it, King, there is one request I would like to ask, if that's okay.
Of course.
You see, actually, never mind. Forgive me. I think we can take this
So
on.
speak your mind plainly. You know I've always asked you to do so. At least make it clear.
Well, my son, she looks down to her to her boy. I would imagine, if I am imagining that, I do hope you would. What am I supposed to say this? Could you perhaps teach my boy to find him a lady when he has grown?
Ah, matchmaking. Well, I suppose we could certainly find the young lad a fitting bride. There are many within Whiterun and without, and I will do my best to find him a good match.
Perfect. Thank you. That is all I would ask.
This is a most reasonable request and one I would be happy to grant you, Ogra, of course.
Oh, thank you. You honor us with all the grace, of course.
It's you who came here to honor me.
Well, I better head back to my castle at the moment, so I will be back. Son, come with me.
Safe travels. The lad stays here, does he not? I mean,
Oh, right.
given-
So,
I understand. A mother's protection of their child. I am not surprised.
Yes, indeed. Son, would you mind staying here? And I will be at the castle. So, take care. Bye-bye.
Well, Ogra, safe travels.
You too. Bye-bye.
Gark, that mess in the west, it is very concerning. Necromancers in the Kingdom of Whiterun. Disastrous.
Agreed. So close to our borders. Who's to say the problems aren't internal as well?
This could well be. Are there any other similar matters? I mean, this necromancer, he is within the lands of Whiterun. Have you and your scouts or guards discovered any other such matters, or is this our only problem for now?
As it stands, the Minotaur cultists to our west are, shall we say, tamed for the most part. They don't hold nearly as many troops to threaten us seriously. Though I do fear raiding incursions may occur from the tribals.
I don't understand how Nords could worship such beasts. It's these are strange times, Garrick. I blame these damned high monarchs and their ambitions. I assume the border is well fortified.
I agree. I'm sorry, King. I've received a message. And a messenger comes in. My lord, are you forgetting something very important? No, what am I forgetting? Sir, your wedding is today. My wedding is what? And
Garrick, you didn't invite me to the wedding? Should I be offended?
I didn't even know I was having a wedding today. Was it? I assumed this was my brother's doing. And in comes one of your vassals. Yes, vassal's daughter. Lendwoman, oh my, Yedfrida.
Ah,
And I
Yedfrida, it's good to see you. I hope your father Lovad as well. Marrying into the Honeymar family, I see. Oh, they are very wealthy. A wise move if it was your brother's choice.
Yes, hello, King Torek. This is the High Chief Marjuk.
Hello.
I just wanted to say that I did get correspondence from the Jarl of Helgen about my liege potentially being removed. We've already had previous letters. I will fight for my liege as my honor, but I do want to hear, or I do want to say that I appreciate that you did.
Of course. One moment though, Garrick. You need to get to your wedding. I can handle this. When you have the time, do come back. This is an important matter. But my God, man, go see to your to-be wife.
Thank you, my lord.
Of course. Also, getting here, obviously, the city would have been extremely hostile to you getting here, and King Dork's cards are incredibly on edge right now, given there's an orc in the hall.
Ah, yes.
You know, Nord's not being particularly accommodating. Oh.
Yes, my apologies. The more culture of the orcs, where you can just walk into someone's hole and start talking.
Chieftain Mordrick, I respect honesty and an open mind. You know this well, but as I said to you in the letter, I don't know what I can do for you. I have received, obviously, requests from many leaders in Skyrim who do wish to see the Kingdom of Falcrenth back into ruled by a Nord once more. But I have managed to convince those involved that there will be safe conduct for all orcs in the wars to come, especially those who would surrender. I do not know if I will be able to negotiate for you anything in specifics, but I know well that you are the type of man who is not a danger. That being said, you do own lands that are historically ruled by Nords. You know this well.
Oh yes, well, I did just want to say the message that the Jarl of Helgen did say that you advocated that we keep our culture, and that is greatly appreciated. And I'll tell you, as I told him, I am sworn to my liege by an oath, and of course, to Malakath. So in the event of the war, I will fight to my very best. But should my liege fall, I'm more than willing to swear fealty. I believe the agreement is to the Jarl of Helgen, who I believe intends to become the King of Falcrenth.
It is, indeed. I'm sure he's making his opinions very well known. I don't think anyone in Skyrim doesn't know about that at this point.
Indeed.
I mean, it is his family's by right.
Mm-hmm.
Have you sent letters to the Jarl and discussed the possibility of what would come if he were to succeed?
Oh, yes. We actually came to a favorable agreement. My territorial integrity will be respected, and I will swear fealty to him and be a loyal vassal should he win this war.
Brings me much happiness. This whole affair, do not get me wrong. I know many here in Whiterun, many of my own advisors and my soldiers and the rest of Skyrim. They see your coming here as a great threat to the Nords, and it is, but I also know that in many ways, you are not here of your own choosing.
Yes, indeed. I just wish my king could see that, but alas, I can at least do my best to lead my people to have some semblance of a home, even if it's not Orcish.
I would imagine the mountains of Falkrenth are accommodating to you, though. I traveled there many times as a young lad before he kind of looks down at his bad leg. Ailments made that no longer possible. It is a land that I'm sure comes very naturally to those of your kind.
Indeed. I'm just glad my king didn't decide to land in, let's say, Dawnstar.
That would make things a little bit more complicated and not as accommodating, I'm sure.
Without a doubt. Well, unless there's anything else, I should probably return to my court in Shardbrook, but I did just want, again, to say that I did appreciate you advocating for us in this invasion, that we can preserve our culture and be treated with honor.
I hope that us Nords and those orcs who choose to be reasonable and respect Nordic traditions can at least coexist to a degree, though I will say there will always be those who wish to push you out. And if you do take too closely to the ways that many here see as you being, there will be no protection for you.
Indeed, that is understood. My king. Thank you for having me. Then I shall make my way back to Shardbrook.
Safe travels. We wish you luck in the war to come.
Yes, thanks. You too. May we both fight with honor.
May Yunel guide you. How do you pronounce that god's name? It's going to annoy me. Jehunel, the owl god of Nordic pantheon.
Oh, hold on, let me see.
Jehunel?
Oh, Junal.
Junal. Oh, okay, cool. Gotcha.
It's Julianos, I believe.
Yeah, that's his Nordic aspect.
Anyways. So yes, in the courtroom, you have a visitor. Hold on, I also have a visitor. What's this? Nothing.
More than one.
Alright, there we are. You have a visitor. It is... I need to check my name again. Garuk.
Ah, Garuk! A married man, I hope?
Yes, and I already have a child on the way.
That was fast. It appears the strong Nordic blood runs strong in your veins, my friend. Congratulations.
Precisely, and a servant comes over, whispers in his ear, and he whispers something else. I just got another event. Sorry, my liege, it's a family matter.
I understand. Take your time. But we do have much to discuss, my friend.
Exactly, but I've come here not empty-handed. I've come here to issue you, or rather to issue unto you, a favor that you can use upon me anytime you wish.
To grant me a favor, is there nothing you would like in return?
I suppose there is one thing.
And what might that be?
I have options, Your Majesty. You could... Firstly, I must ask, are there any eligible bachelorettes in your court? You see, my brother, he is compassionate. He's a man who will serve you.
I know your brother well, Killer. He's a good friend of mine. He's in my court as often as he is in yours. Yeah, that devil's wanting a wife, I suppose. I'm going to take a guess and say that he's wanting a noble wife too at that. He never was one to want for humble things.
Yes. He's been bugging, or rather, I've been bugging him to get married, but he seems much more content talking around the court. I prefer to put some use to him. In my court, he has, as much as it pains me to say this, he has very little use. He may be an adequate chancellor, but I had someone else in mind, and between you and I seek a way to silently get him out of my court and out into the world so he may experience it.
I'd be happy to have him here in Whiterun.
Suddenly the doors open immediately, and Ogra approaches you guys of happiness. Hello, and good back as I am.
Okay, good news, I hope. I had a messenger saying that your armies had marched west towards the peak, but heard nothing else.
Well, I have some extremely good news, actually, in that fact. So, I have convinced it towards the necromancer, or no, not a necromancer, she is not. But I managed to demand conversion. She accepted, and she's not dead, but she's within my court now.
Ah, you have convinced her without bloodshed. That is truly good to hear.
Indeed.
Is she is she the daughter of that necromancer, or how did she come to her title?
She's apparently a lowborn, if I remember right.
Well, if she can get the followers of a necromancer to continue to follow her, she must be one deserving of more than.
Indeed. I also am victorious over to my victory of the Elder's Blood Peak. I managed to lead her to council, and I turned into a marshal for my council.
I'm glad to hear that. If she is a capable one, you have gained yourself both an ally and a good advisor. Truly, what I would expect for one such as you, Ogra.
Thank you. You honor me, my lord, my king.
I mean not to question you, Ogra, but can you assure her loyalty?
Of course. If I would need to persuade her and try to be, be as me as being humble to her, yes, I can. That is what I am.
I would hope.
Now then, am I interrupting with something?
You're welcome to, actually, perhaps your advice would be a good one. Garak here, his brother, is in need of a wife, a good friend of mine. Frankly, I never expected him to want to get married, but he is seeking a marriage of sorts, and I'm racking my mind of those who are in need of one in Whiterun, and I'm coming up empty. And would you have any ideas?
If I may, my lord. If you cannot provide my...
Someone desynced. Oh. That was a big one.
Oh,
no. What does desync mean?
Desync means the files on their computer didn't match up with the files the host had, and as such they get thrown out of the game. They can try and rejoin it by like hot joining, but sometimes that doesn't work and a full rehost is needed. But since we've only played for 40 minutes, that'll be on Chris to decide, so.
Mike will let him know.
You were saying though, Gark.
I was one of the ones who was thrown out.
Oh shit, okay. Fuck.
Yes, well, she might be a little busy for now. Out of character, should we stay, should we wait, or what should we do?
I think the game will probably be paused until they figure out what they're gonna do. I imagine they're gonna try and hot join them, so we'll probably just be paused for 5 minutes or so. CK3 is it's never really been optimized by Paradox for multiplayer, sadly. It can be stable, but yeah, it's just, you gotta kind of unfortunately deal with this in MP.
Yeah. Also, how's the role playing for me as it goes for me?
Oh, you're doing fine, man.
I like it.
Oh yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
You didn't just walk in and say my roleplay is I'm declaring war on you and then leave, so that's a good start, you know. So that's always nice.
And also, you saw my message from the Elder roleplay statements.
I have not. I've been doing Diplo this whole time. Let me go take a look.
Yeah, it's called the Battle of Elder's Blood Peak.
I did.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. Yes, that's interesting that the Necromancer just died though. We can keep role playing though while we're writing, or we can just hang out either one. But you don't need to be in game. Yep.
I don't mind.
Oh, I'm in.
Oh, good. Gark, you did have a proposition though. I am curious to hear what you had in mind. You have something specific planned, I believe.
Hold on, okay, I'm actually back in. What was I saying? Oh yes. Wait, I'm having some technical. Okay, there we go. Yes. If you could not find any eligible bachelorettes, I would be more than happy to instead ask to have my position on the council switched. You see, though I am a proud Nord man, fighting with sword was never my forte, no. My father saw fit that I would be taught in the more secretive approach. If you have any secrets, as I suggested before, there may be internal enemies. If you were to grant me the position of spy master, perhaps I could.
You always knew far more than I ever did, Garak. You know those matters. They always go over my head, and I try and keep my way out of them. I do have no spy master right now, but that is not a worry. I trust you greatly, and if you think you could better serve the kingdom in that position, I'd be happy to do so and find a replacement as Marshal.
If I may suggest, perhaps my brother could be an adequate marshal.
Gilar. Yeah, he's always been very capable in martial matters. That is most certainly the case. There are, I will be honest, there is someone else I would have in mind instead. My daughter, she has come of age, and she has obviously been given the lands to the north of my family, which I saw fit. She's a brilliant young mind, and she will do great. And she has always been very capable, both fighting herself and in martial matters. And I think if you were to become spy master, it'd be a good chance for her to prove herself. What do you think of that, Garak?
Not a problem at all, my lord.
Very, very nice as well, as I say. Also, where is my son?
Yeah, young Ulfric. He's around here somewhere. I've been getting him to train with some of the guards around this time of day, and I would imagine he's out with them. He's in the courtyard out front if you wish to see him on your way out. I could have him brought before you.
Suddenly you hear the footsteps of the child's feet as like, never gonna catch me! Come back here! And I could imagine the white run guards are just chasing him. Come on!
Yeah, the guard's a lot slower, given that, you know, he had that arrow damage to his knee, so it's a little hard for him to keep up right now. But
Son, please, what are you doing? What? I'm just having fun.
Ulfric, should you not be training with the guards right now? I swear, that child.
I'm kind of scared, not gonna lie. I'm kind of sorry.
I've done my best with him, Ogre, but he does have a habit of not wishing to take the studies that I set for him. He's come a long way, but I do warn you. I have much affection for the child, but I will speak plainly with you.
Yes.
He's doing this while the child is there too, because he just doesn't hold back essentially ever.
Yes. I will. Son, come here, please. Yes, Mom.
As we're talking, a guard like runs into the room, and is just like sweating and clearly has been hurt quite badly. My lord, the orcs, they're invading in the south. Thousands of them.
What? Orcs? Huh? What now? Oh dear.
Thought that we had time. This Helgen has invaded.
Oh no. Onwards. Oh, we need to get our men.
I was not made aware of this by the Jarl of Helgen. I think he's declared a war without us knowing.
I do not know.
No, he
what
didn't.
this is.
He's being attacked.
Oh no. My lord, I will, my king, I will join you in this fight. My body, I feel sick.
Return home. Okay, we have it handled from here. See yourself well.
All right.
Garlic, I know you are not my marshal, but I will need your help in this war. You know, this is not an area. My daughter, where is she? I'll have to call for her.
Not a problem, my lord. My sword is yours.
I will join you as well, my lord.
I will have guards get the litter together. I cannot fight in battle, but I will be there with my men, win or lose alike.
I will send my commander with you, my lord. He's joining right now at the moment.
Very well. Garlic, can you send a messenger and ride ahead to Helgen? Tell the Jarl that we have troops on the way. Tell him to hold if he can.
Of course, my lord.
Mom, are you okay? I'm fine. Go, sweetie. Go to your room. Please say. Okay. Please don't die. Please.
All right, out of roleplay, Ingard, do you have voice?
Yes, I do.
Okay. I sent a messenger to you. Our troops are on the way. I did not expect them to attack like that. It's an AI, right?
Yeah, it's an AI.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
Is there any possible way I could join this war?
Out of roleplay, you need to negotiate alliance with Helgen, and then he could call you. Yes.
Can I call people to the war?
You'd obviously need RP, like sending a messenger and offering aid and all that stuff. But yes.
With you. It's a war with you, Torek.
Wait, he declared on me? I thought he declared on Helgen.
Yeah, no, he declared on you. I joined you. Not the
Oh shit, he did.
South Ocean Pass.
Oh wow. All right, yeah. All right, if you want to RP being an ambassador, we can do it.
Well, I could possibly attempt to send an envoy and try to solve this, but I'm not quite sure what we can do here. I don't think you have any possible.
In the meanwhile, the commander is gonna be the first one is gonna be Grundin. Grundin will be the commander for you, so I'll be RPing him for a bit.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
I don't have any available daughters, so yeah, that may not be possible here.
My troops are approaching as well, so yep.
If you can get a wife, you could potentially.
If you don't have any relatives I could marry, and roleplay wise, he's not going to marry, so that wouldn't make sense. Yeah. I do have a daughter who could marry, but she has a separate title, so I don't know if that would even work.
I have a granddaughter, but that's about it.
As the war band approaches to you, like, my lord, greetings, king. I am. My name is Grundin. Good to meet you.
Greetings. Get your troops met up with ours. My daughter will be taking command and leading directly. Put your men underneath her command. We're gonna hold the pass north of Riverwood and prepare our men.
All right, the first army of Granite Hall, is it?
Jarl Ingen or Ingar. Do you have any troops remaining?
I do have around 500 troops remaining. We are regrouping at Embershard.
Very well. I will move our army south to meet up with yours, and we will make a camp there.
My lord, they're approaching over towards the Grok lands, my lord.
They are, but they're not in a. There is an army there. I do not know about these matters. We have no commander.
They can't siege. Out of RP though, they can't siege because they didn't join their war. They're just at war with, like, they're just helping their liege.
Ah,
They can
okay.
just attack the armies. They can't siege anything.
Gotcha. I'm gonna roleplay. I mean, my daughter's in charge, so I can be semi-competent here. She's got very high martial, so. I'm not gonna RP as her voice-wise, but like moving the army, I'm not gonna be super incompetent because she is in command, so we'll do it that way.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't want to switch between two characters, so.
Yeah, no.
Understandable.
All right, very well. We're going to head south then and meet up in Imbershard, and there we'll decide our course of action.
All right, my lord, coming with you.
Oh, by the way,
They
I'm
have-
no longer Jarl Emgard. Let me change my name real quick, because my nephew.
Oh yeah, you died. Yo, Hackfield.
I didn't die. I abdicated.
Scouts do support that they are divided. We could potentially try and cut off one army, but in the mountains, the orcs will do well, and we're about to lose the holding there.
I also recommend, my lord, I would say, if anything, beat the lowest number of enemies we can.
If those in the north attempt to meet up with the other troops, we'll have to cut them off. The best course of action, so my daughter says, is to hold Imbershard. Yo, Ingar, I apologize, but Helgen is about to fall in, and if we were to throw our army in right now, we would surely lose.
They're done with sieging, my lord.
They will
I
retreat
eat
back
Commenter.
and try to
As-
attack your land. Mike the liar. Hello.
Maik will return. Maik knows this is not. And
my
Maik
lord.
does not like dogs.
It seems that they're heading over towards, they're moving over towards, they're going differently.
We may have a chance to cut off their army here.
Agreed.
Perhaps.
I'm gonna, the scouts report that they have a tail of around 1,000 troops that are lagging behind their main force. We're gonna attempt to cut them off. Make sure you back up my troops here. Or my daughter's troops.
Hey, yes, sir.
We may not catch them though. These mountains. It's hard to move an army.
Take prisoners
That's
while
why
you
you
can.
kept them so long.
That's what Grelier, who is leading my armies. That's my half brother.
We won't be able to catch them on a roleplay.
Catch them, my lord. Oh, never mind. Oh, wait.
If you can get there before me, the rest of the army will get there. Do not be afraid to meet them in battle.
Hey, we look like an enemy is falling behind. We can catch them. We can get them. Oh, wait. Oh, never mind.
Oh, I just realized something. Okay, I might need to take him out of the battle because he's what do you call it? He's an organizer. He moves a lot faster than you guys.
If you can catch them with that though, the whole troops could meet up essentially, but the best course of action, we're gonna let's take back Helgen. They're gonna attack in the south in Granite Hall.
I have a deal since I see what my liege is doing. I am willing to revolt against my liege and help you all in this war. If, when the King of Helgen becomes a King of Falcrenth, my people worshipping Malkath is respected, I can lend 1,000 orc troops to your cause.
I am not able to answer that. That would be for y'all Hackfield.
Yes, Jarl Halkfield, how do you feel about this?
I do not think Jarl Hagfield would be okay with that. Jarl Hagfield, just so I should mention this real quick, RP-wise, the previous Jarl would have been great with this, but if you look at my character right now, they're ambitious, vengeful against the orcs,
Oh, man.
obviously, and brave.
Yep.
So, they will not. They're gonna honor the previous deal where they don't, they're not gonna indiscriminately kill orcs, but like, I don't think they're gonna give you any leeway. But in RP wise, I'm sending you a message right now.
Right, perfect.
And I reply to that.
My lord.
As soon as Helgen is taken back, we are going to maneuver past Riverwood and we'll meet them in the Valley of Whiterun. We can meet them on level terrain. Orcs, they do well in the mountains, but if we fight them on our terms, we can defeat their army.
Aye. Also, they also heard news of their besieging towards Granite Hall.
That's my home.
Garak, I will give you all money you need to rebuild, but there's little we can do for now.
I understand, my lord, but Not all hope is lost.
There's an army detaching in the west. Oh, we can't go in Orcish territory though. We'll just get slaughtered.
As we speak, my wife has negotiated a deal with a ragtag group of mercenaries who will be able to help us. Though I warn
Mercenaries.
you, their leaders is
God damn it.
quite a butcher.
There is a peasant uprising currently going on.
We could use this.
In Falkreath. Our people join us in this war.
My lord, there seems to be a small amount of enemies. Oh, look, we need to get
We're gonna go in. We can cut off their army in part here.
Agreed.
The only issue is what's the terrain on that taiga?
Looks like to be mountains, sir. Or mountains. Or tiger, I mean, sorry. All right, you men, get in formation. Let's get to battle.
Win or lose, we fight them here.
I've declared independence.
All right, you fell.
The king is not.
We will catch them this time.
People.
Onwards, men. Going for it.
All right, what is it? Half brother. What's his name?
Join the
My
battle.
scouts report another army moving.
We've
south.
met their army.
Here. Now they show what the true nose of Skyrim has for them.
I can see nothing from back here. Damn it! I think we're winning.
We're winning, sir. We did it.
We've broken their army. South, there is another army there. We'll just cut them off on the peak. Oh, he's maneuvering. We should hold here. We'll take an outpost and then take their capital. If we could take Falcrenth itself, hopefully we can get peace.
Yes, we are currently sieging at the moment.
Yes, King Torg, please note that I'm currently defending your lanes in the south.
We've gotten a messenger talking of the battle there. I will not forget what you have done, regardless of your reasons.
You have defended my lands. I owe you.
Oh no. You need help there, pal? Oh.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, after the battle, a woman rides in. I believe it's a woman. Yes. A woman rides in with what looks to be a band of not Nords, but like a ragtag group of people. And she said basically, "What? Did we miss something?" Oh, that's Marshal Gwendolyn. Yes, I'm here on behalf of Landwoman Yfrida, the Lady of Granite Hall. She decided that you all needed some help.
I don't roleplay. Did you bring more troops or?
That was the mercenaries.
Oh, okay, I got you. Those men did much in this battle. Their quality are much higher than those of Whiterun. It seems that we will have to look into. Are you getting attacked?
Enemies approaching to the first.
We have to reinforce them.
My apologies. That
Oh shit, that's yours, aren't they?
From my men. Yes,
Oh, you just slaughtered his mercenaries.
Yes, I was trying to get to the league or to my liege's capital. I will.
Oh my gosh, did you wipe all of them?
I think my men did.
Oh no.
Recompensation will be offered.
At least they were only mercenaries.
They weren't mercenaries. They were my men.
Oh, you just slaughtered like the entire forces of the Battleborns.
Yeah, that's not good, but not a incident.
The Battleborns haven't left. What do you call it? Haven't left the siege.
Whose men was that?
Helgen, I believe.
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah, Helgen was to the south, and I think there was a incident.
Approaching towards horseback immediately, you see a man. What seems to be a guy at first, but you recognize the hair at least. It's Ulfric. He's grown. He's a man. He's approaching towards your army. Hello there! Hello there, my king. Good to see you again.
As well, Ulfric. You're a man now, it seems. It was your birthday. I apologize you could not be there, but Obviously, things are not stable in Whiterun these days.
No worries, my king, and I'm here to help the battle. Nonetheless, I'm ready. I'm ready to fight.
Good, there will be more to come.
I'll lead the charge and I'll lead the army. All right, men, with me.
We need to resupply. It's winter, and our forces are losing many here.
Also, you might be in good news for this, but I'm also skilled on my martial skills, if anything.
Of course, I hope that all the training that you were given took somewhat. But that
Yes,
being
indeed.
said, in the current state of things, I'm going to move my forces back to Riverwood to winter, or my daughter is. And when we're done with that, we will attempt to siege out Falcrenth itself. Hopefully we
Of course, my
can
king.
push out these orcs.
Of course, we will be back until then.
Out of RP, I always forget the supply mechanics are a thing. I think we attritioned a fair bit there. Yep.
Yeah, yep.
So out of RP, if we win this war, we're only going to get gold and prestige. So will you get a truce if you're someone else who's called into a war as Helgen?
No, I will not get a truce.
Then the best course of things would probably just to be for you to immediately launch another war.
attack.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because, you know, they obviously be on the retreat and be the perfect time for it, so.
that's what I was thinking as well.
We need to spread apart.
We do.
I do request an aid. I apologize about that incident, but right now his army is currently in Sunderstone, and I'm willing to work with you all to wipe it out. So that way you can walk into. My
How
formerly
many men does
freely.
King Yashnag have left?
He has about 1,500 currently in my lands.
We have many more than him. As I said, we will finish winter in Whiterun, resupply, and then we will finish this war.
His top commander may not live to see tomorrow. Or rather, 9 months in the future.
They have many. Those orcs, they're very odd and their culture is very strange, but the one thing that they certainly do have is an abundance of martial talent.
Yet none for protections against schemes, my liege.
None whatsoever. The orcs, there's one of the many things I do respect about them. They do not constantly scheme and plot like certainly the Cyrodiilians do, but even us Nords. Do we get a ticking war score?
My liege, did you not understand my statement?
I understood what you said, yes, but out of roleplay, he doesn't do intrigue at all, so it would have gone over his head. Out of roleplay, I know what you're saying. You're gonna murder him. Yep.
Messenger from Sunderstone reports that his army is currently completely out of supply.
Entirely?
Pretty much.
We'll need a little longer though. It is taking longer than I expected to resupply, but we will move and finish this.
Perfect.
So, what's the plan so far, my king?
My daughter, I believe what she wishes us to do is to combine our army again and siege out the city of Falcrenth itself, the stronghold of the orcs. There, we can hopefully get good terms.
All right, sounds good. We'll lead on.
My scouts report they are leaving Granite Hall alone. They're running up into Reachman territory.
I have heard similarly. They've gone through the region of the Minotaur worshippers, or not anymore actually.
Oh, that's our chance then. We can head over to the capital and siege them.
Precisely.
Oh, there's an army nearby. There seem to be doing. Oh wait.
Or the tribe.
Oh.
We'll let him finish that siege and take the regions bordering Helgen first.
All right.
How close are you to being able to To force a treaty on them, or get a messenger to the... What's his name? I keep forgetting. Madruk.
Yashnag.
I could probably send a messenger there. I could... I'm trying to think here.
Hi, Chief Madruk. Check DMs.
Oh yes. I just wanted to policy here. I agree to all your terms. I've tried to advise my foolish king to not poke the Nordish bear over and over again, and his response is to declare war on the kingdom that has been most hospitable of our people. He's not worthy to be a leader of the orcs.
Careful, Madruk. I'm taking peak shade. We don't need another incident like last time.
Ah, yes. No worries. I'm currently keeping his forces occupied in my lands. They are attempting sieges, but they abandon them the moment my army makes an appearance.
For a
Although,
man
as you
so
asked me-
known for his strength and power, he certainly is indecisive.
Yes, indeed he
Or an
is.
orc, I guess, not a man.
They've been circling Sunderstone, I believe, for what seems to be the past year. I would appreciate if this coalition could send one army to clean up the scraps after I fight him, but I understand as well that to win the war, you need to take Falkreath and the land to the south.
Oh, did someone get a game over? Oh, he just died. Okay. Oh, shit. The Minotaur player in Thornroot, I think, like, died after fighting the orcs. He died from wounds, it looks like.
Ah.
My liege, I have excellent news.
What news?
The top commander and son of King Yashnag, our enemy, recently fell ill after a dinner. He did not survive this poisoning.
That is
Yes,
surprising.
scouring-
Orcs are known for their iron stomachs. That's very odd.
Whatever he ate must have... It seems that we
Didn't
are not
too
his
much.
only enemies.
It appears food is his greatest enemy and his final one.
Well, oh, that's well and good, I guess.
How long has this war been going on for? 3 years.
Good
Wow.
3 years. Yeah, it's been 3 years.
So roleplay wise, really, this would just be like the formal declaration, and it's just been ongoing war back and forth through the mountains and back and forth for years now.
Yeah.
Be pretty existential.
He yells out, "You are out of character. Are you controlling Princess Luna?
Yona? She's in charge of my armies. I guess I could. There was a player who was supposed to come and play her, but he didn't. I don't know if he's gonna play next time. We'll see.
Okay. Princess Luna, we have almost done with the siege here.
I'm glad to hear it. I am sending half of my men to take the stronghold. The other half will hold back. These mountains. There's no supply here. I've done my best to get supply chains up these mountain roads, but
No worries. No worries.
not an easy
Princess.
thing.
We got this. Don't worry. We got this.
My father Liege's army should not be an issue anymore. I just won a great victory against all of them. Outnumbered, I just wiped them all, I believe.
good. It's gonna take 3 years to siege out the stronghold, though.
Oh my. That's gonna take a while.
Perhaps. What is it? Another woman comes in, another shield thing.
Chris, the AI declared on us. This is the defensive war.
Perhaps I can lead this siege. I have extensive knowledge on siege works.
You are more than welcome to. I myself am have been trained primarily to fight in pitched battles, not these sieges.
As for me, I'm more of a flexible leader. I am more flexible to my surroundings.
Their broken and battered armies return.
I'm going to attempt to cut them off with some of my men. I know they're retreating. Never mind.
Just tell us when you need aid.
And we're just going to really have to stack on the stronghold. Roleplay roleplay wise, this would just basically just be a massive stronghold the orcs have constructed that would take like years in a pitched battle to even get it. So this would be pretty crazy to see.
These walls are quite big and, well, quite...
I think it's just Falkreath itself that's really strong.
Yep.
Roleplay-wise, right?
Yeah.
They're getting too close to comfort for my comfort.
We should probably take our actions and head towards the battle if we can, or... No, actually, that's not a good idea.
I will help you. Send half your forces. Go now.
Go. Come on.
I'll hold the siege.
I'm engaging Foranger's men, so they cannot assist him in the coming battle. Best of luck.
We've cut them off and have them in.
We're winning. Haha. Drive them off.
It is clear that many of them are wounded, many of them tired. This war will not last, but we need to breach the fortress.
I have unfortunate news, my liege.
What news?
The contracts that the Lady of Granite Hall signed with the mercenaries is expiring. And Garuk has no more money left to pay for these mercenaries.
It is no matter. I myself have had to take loans from some of the local businesses within Whiterun. Regardless, this war is close. We just have to wait. What level is this fortress? Level 7. I'm just imagining, did any of y'all ever play that mod for Skyrim where like you have to like defend that just huge fortress? Y'all ever play that mod?
No.
Oh, okay. It's just this absolutely monolithic massive thing with like multiple levels kind of thing.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. Wait, Princess, I think we're winning.
The outer wall is breached, but there is another. We've gotten through the front level. This is where it will get tough.
Looks like our chances of winning are quite very close.
He is almost ready to sue for peace, I think. They don't have much more food.
Yep. He's done for. We have the winner.
I have an idea. I'm gonna hold I'm gonna hold half of my troops here, and I'm gonna send the other half to fight him in battle. If we can defeat the remnants of his army, we can make him sue for peace.
Sir.
I believe we just need to wait him out.
Mike greets you.
Hello, Mike.
Hello there.
Mike has heard rumors.
What rumors?
What rumors? Yeah.
Rumors of undead, of Draugr, rising from graves.
The Draugr. They are always restless, but where have you heard this rumor from?
Mike has heard rumor to the north. The undead arise. Mike does not know why.
Are these the islands in the north, I assume?
Mike has come from Winterhold. And before that, Mike was further north on islands.
I have heard nothing of this in Whiterun. Are these simple rumors, or have you seen it with your own eyes?
Mike sees many things with their own eyes.
Out of RP, what, hold on 1 second. We just won the war. We have terms. Yashnag, he has sent envoys. The war is won. Jarl Harkfield, I would advise that you immediately prepare your war. Our men will fight with you.
Jarl Harkfield requests a small loan from King Torrig the Honest of Whiterun.
We can grant it to you. I don't roleplay. How much do you need? Oh, I have to give you 200. All right, here you go. It's all my money.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Coming towards the horse ride is Ogra approaching you, as all of you, as she rides her horse. Hello. What happened? Did you win?
The war appears to be over for now. The orcs, they will regroup. Here, let me get my... Oh man, my forces are still in the border. We have to resupply though, Jarl. Perhaps we wait out the winter?
We shall.
Oh my goodness, my son! You've grown! Hello, mother. Look at you, you're a man now. Thank you, Mom. It's all thanks to the king, out of all people.
Fuck the supply system. Jesus.
Just go to my land, I think.
Can you resupply an allied land? Let me look.
I think so, yep.
Okay, let's give it a shot.
And it's big enough that it can hold you. So. Just go to Helgen if you'd like.
Oh, add a character. Are we supposed to disband armies when immediately, or how does that work again? Sorry.
You can disband armies, but you're not in this war. I'm allied directly with Helgen, so yeah, you just disband your army, otherwise you'll have to pay the cost for it.
Copy. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Orga and the sun will go over towards Whiterun, to the capital, and enters those doors.
In the keep?
Yes, in the keep.
Let's see. The Jarl is not currently there, as he is currently very sick. I've got the penalty for it. Give like a day and he'll do it. He's just gonna get sicker and sicker, because he's in his 50s and he's frail, and his health is so low.
King? Hello? My king, where are you?
Ogra, what can I do for you?
Oh my, what? Oh no. Are you feeling good? Are you feeling not well?
I'm not at my best. It's old age. You know this well.
Yes, I do. She comes over towards you, kneels down near you. You're still going. Keep it up.
For now.
I thank you, my king.
We'll take his leave.
You done yourself a great deal with me and my son. I thank you for it.
Of course, your son has come of age. You'll be a good man when he grows older. I am sure that he will enjoy being back in the lands of Grey March, as he has been here for many years now.
Yes. Have you also found him a wife, by chance?
I have not had the time. The war has taken everything from me.
No worries. It was just a suggestion. I will find him a wife myself. It's okay.
I think that would be best. I struggle to even get to the throne room these days.
Indeed. No worries. I will let you rest for now, but thank you. Thank you for everything you've done.
Of course.
She'll stand up a little bit and gives you a sweet smile, and then starts to walk away. Then the sun will still be there, looking down at you as he smiles.
A messenger comes in as it comes in bearing the message.
You're greeted in his bedroom because he's still very sick right now.
Oh, in that case, never mind. He is not there.
Okay.
He will be just waiting in the throne room.
I do also want to focus a bit on this war to make sure that we win this.
Yeah.
Okay. I think they've got all their forces up still in the Battleborn. I see why there's a messenger.
That is why there is a messenger.
You probably would have wanted to send it to the leader of the armies though, because that's not the Jarl. Again, RP wise, he doesn't lead any armies. It's always his either marshal or whoever he's got in charge of armies.
All right. So who would be in charge of your army now?
His daughter, Yona.
All right. So I suppose I'll send it to. Oh, there she is, Princess Iona of Whiterun.
You would meet her in a war camp, obviously, since they're sieging out Lakeview. Messenger, what can I do for you?
A message from Lenman Garuk of Granite Hall.
What can I do for you? What does Garuk want?
Garuk states that he wishes for assistance in the siege of his homeland of Granite Hall. It is dire. They're close to giving up.
Of course, I will send aid as soon as I can.
Thank you. And the message.
She's deceitful and vengeful and stubborn, so you're probably not gonna get any help though. Just a heads up.
No problem.
The son, Ulfric, will look down towards the king and says, "How you doing there, old man?"
He is fucked up. He would have no one in his room right now. Like,
okay, yeah,
MRP and him is just like getting sicker and sicker.
Yeah. Okay. He leaves and then starts head back to his home. Alright.
I did not expect the AI to attack this quickly. I assume like Yashnag is like coded to just declare immediately.
They stole my hammer. They stole my son. They will pay.
Did they take an artifact?
My hammer.
Oh wow. Yep. You mean King Yashnag's hammer?
Not for long. There we go. Burn down the Grey Mains.
Oh, they're going completely after you. Oh no, the Grey Mains now. Oh boy. I will be right back.
King Toreg, you there?
He said he'll be right back.
Ah, I see. It's because his armies are done sieging. Pretty much.
All right, I'm back.
Hello.
Sorry about that. We do
Let
have
us
supply
destroy
left.
the armies. Let us destroy the army that's trying to take the siege. It's sieging one
In the
of
south?
the holds I took.
All right, we're gonna meet up our forces there in the Peak Shade, and we'll go south.
If we catch them in time, We can win this. Easy.
We have the advantage in the mountain. Move as quickly as we can. Oh, okay, we're good.
Did we desync? Oh no.
I thought it was. Those mini freezes tend to do that, but we'll see.
Okay, I'm still here. I'm just gonna be.
All right, I guess we're doing a rehost.
Yep. Okay, I'll be right back anyway then.
All right.
Honestly, I think I might have to go out after this. We're way past my time.
Oh, fair.
All right, so it was an honor with all of you.
You as well.
I hope to see you all next time.
Wish you the best.
I crushed.
Oh, Someone noticed that Ulfric didn't live long. Sorry, Eric didn't live long. I'm sorry to say Eric didn't live long. That was the
he bent the knee to me. God damn it.
Yes, and my vassals, according to the
All right, we got a rehost going right now. I didn't expect us to get attacked so quickly, so this has just all been basically just trying to survive an Orcish invasion. So we'll go from here. Go for 2 hours and 10 minutes, and then I am going to do continue the Iran game tonight. I will do that. I'm going to take a little break before I continue it, though. So it'll be pretty late. I'll take... Probably most Europeans will make that, but that's fun. I missed a lot of this RP stuff, too. Let's take a look at what's been happening. Oh, High King Svartr of Western Skyrim is dead. He died. He was pretty old, though. I think he started the game at like 64 or 65. There's a big civil war going on that island up north, apparently. What are they called? Goblins? I don't think that's right. They've attacked all their neighbors, which is interesting. I'm curious to see if we're gonna actually stabilize, because there's a lot of wars going on right now, but that's just kind of the setup to this game. But I'm curious if we will actually get stable at any point. So our plans are obviously to finish this war, we'll help the Kingdom of Falcrenth unite, and then at that point we're really just going to be hopefully stable for a while again. That being said, I'm almost certain that we're going to get approached about the civil war between Eastern and Western Skyrim, but we'll stay at that.
Considering looking at your air.
Sniper One is back, and I'm letting him take over again. Is it possible? Is there anyone else that could play in your realm? Yeah, if you'd like to. There's my daughter has one title. She's landed. She's a really good general. You could play as her. She's really interesting. The Battleborn left. I don't know if he's coming back, but you could take over there. The Greymanes are open if you want to take them. And then the Riverwood you can't play because I think they've got like the merchant title, but I could be wrong about that. So there's a couple. If you want to play the Whiterun realm, you'd have to probably play as Ionia, the daughter of the king, or you could play as the Greymanes, who I think are open. So up to you. There's also obviously plenty of other, characters and titles all around as well. Doesn't matter, so I'm just gonna play whoever. Yeah, Ionia, Iona, I don't know how to say her name. The daughter of the king is really interesting character-wise, and the Greymanes are, of course, really cool. So, either one. But game key is crashing. I can't find the correct load order for Elder Kings. Are you playing with a bunch of mods, Rudome? Yeah, the RP in this game is very solid. It's still a huge game. Yeah. Statements are looking pretty good. People are doing their stuff pretty well. I'm very happy with things. I'm gonna follow Oban. Imposter. There we go. Oban Imposter. I'm gonna follow Void Wolfson. I know that name. What really annoys me about the mod though is the music will just go in and out, and like sometimes there's no music and then sometimes there's just like super loud music. It is very good, but still. Oh. Wait for that ID. Hope everyone is having a good week. Just download the collection of official Outer Kings page 15 mods or something. I've heard multiple people talk about having issues with that. I haven't tried myself, so I can't help you there, man. I'm going to be honest. You could try the Elder Kings Discord. They might have something about it. Because I've had a couple other people mention something along those lines to me, but I don't know. I've only just played with the base mod. I haven't played with the sub mods yet. So I couldn't tell you. I ever plan on doing a new End of a New Beginning RP or Cold War RP? Cold War RP, no, because it's not currently viable in multiplayer, last I checked. End of a New Beginning RP, I would like to do. For multiplayer, I don't think it's viable. There's not a lot of interest in people in this community to play it multiplayer. For myself, I might do one at some point. I stopped after the last one I tried where I got really disheartened because I did like I think I did a Prussia game in End of a New Beginning. And I was having a great time. I was really enjoying it, and I got to the end, and I got like something bugged with the game and with Prussia, and it made it so I forget why, but the game wasn't really continuable at that point, and I got really disheartened by it. So I might try it in the future, but I'd have to take a closer look and find a country that's pretty stable before it, because it is a very well made mod. The focus trees are super interesting, but I'll be honest, that did make me not play it ever since. So maybe at some point. Our rehost is up. I know End of a New Beginnings team has said that they're going to cut back the scale of it too. They're no longer going to try and just go to like modern history. They're going to stay in kind of the time period, which I think is a really good idea. I know there's a whole thing with it. Was there like basically like an attempted coup of the dev team or something with that group? I think I saw something about that. Like a wild ban. People playing CK3 intrigue politics in a fucking developer Discord. You have a nice Discord server, my man. I enjoy the history and politics in there. Oh, glad you like it, Escola. I've seen you discussing some stuff in general a few times, so I'm glad you enjoy it. You should name one of your sons Balgruf. All right, you use name child. It's gonna be Balgruf. Please remind me when I get a child what it is, though, because I'm gonna forget it. Didn't you say the US and the MD? Didn't you play the US and the End of a New Beginning mod? I did. I actually played a fair bit of it, Denise. I really enjoyed that one. That one, I forget why I stopped. I played it pretty extensively. I played it through the Civil War and stuff like that. It's really well. End of a New Beginning has amazing focus trees. It does railroad you, though. Like, End of a New Beginning is one of those mods where they add so much content to, like, a country, but, like, it's all in, like, one path. You could do a little bit of variety, but there's not a lot of different options. But it is such a well-made focus tree. The USA one was really cool. The other country that I'd love to do is France. I know that France has a really, really good focus tree in it, so that'd be fun. That'd probably be the other one I'd want to do. And then I did an Italy one in the multiplayer. I think a Sardinia Piedmont, and then did the Regimento, which I really enjoyed. But it's been a while. It's been quite a while since I've done that. They should make it where it only goes to the interwar period after World War I. That's what they've done, Oman. There was a big announcement they did. I remember it now. They did an announcement saying that they had planned to basically cut it off and only go to World War I. And what happened was a bunch of their devs really disliked that, so much so that I think like they basically took control of like the Git or something. They took control of the GitHub, and like they were basically trolling the main Discord and stuff like that. I remember it was like a huge thing a couple months ago. So yeah. Piedmont is really fun, but doesn't have much content in the tree. Yeah, it's better than a lot of mods. A lot of mods have just the most mediocre trees ever, so it's okay, but not compared to some of the other ones they have, like, you know, Prussia, US, stuff like that. All right, we'll hold on to our contracts. We're not gonna make duchies. That's not on us. Our daughter can marry, but we're not going to rush that. And is Riverwood open? It is. I don't think it's playable, though. I think the main holding's a city. It's a city. You're not able to play it because as a city holding, the game doesn't allow you to play right now. You did pin it, yeah. It doesn't allow you to play because it's a city title. Yeah. Unfortunately, the two people I recommend is you could play as Princess Yona of Whiterun, who's my character's daughter. You could play as the Dark Moors, which would be Alvor and his family. There's also the independent Jarldom of Valheim next to Whiterun, which you could play, which I think is... I thought it was a split off of the main family, but I guess not. No, they're split off from the Rift. Interesting. So, yeah, those are your options. Do you meet the adventurer? Which one? All right, we've got time, so let's go ahead and see what this is. I think I found the reason why some days are more rat-free than others. My vassal happily declares as he moves aside to reveal a servant holding a very displeased cat. It wriggles and attempts to free itself from the scratching up arms of the servant, meowing in a rather endearing fashion. I say this is one successful rat hunter. In fact, it was in the middle of a wrestling match that the fat won when we found it. Let's say we adopt this cat. Torik's the type of guy to have a cat, especially given, like, he's in his bed a lot nowadays. So we'll get ourselves a pet cat then. We also have time to hold court for once here, so let's do that. Torig will drag himself out of bed and see those who wish to speak with him. Sitting on my throne, I gesture for my guards to open the doors. I'm faced with Hakar's sad eyes, which grow larger and more pitiful as his kinsman Kyr gently ushers him towards my throne. King, he laments. The boy has been at Ralph's court with no one to watch over him since the disappearance of his dear mama. Please look to his future. I think he wants us to become the guardian of him. Yep. It's my vassal, right? No, it's not. He's a peasant leader. If he's popular with the nobles, we'll do it. We've got spaces. Two of my vassals are pushing one another and jostling to reach my throne first. So let me go back to my own GC here. My lord, murder is wanton in the city streets throughout the Kingdom of Whiterun, and be civilizing if we instituted a ban on townspeople bearing arms, at least within the city limits. We wouldn't let it be a fight, so we'd have to decide. He's very traditionalist. He's just, he tries to do the good thing, but he's also a Nord, and weapons are a huge part of our culture, so we'll allow them to be kept. A haggard-looking peasant now stands before me. My lord, I beg for your people. Monster prowls in the steppe of Steppewatch, killing cattle and farmers alike. Few have seen it, but the mangled remains of its poor victims have no doubt. It's clearly a huge direwolf, as bloodthirsty as few have ever seen. We'll send hunters after it. Would be civilizing? What's up, Chip? Good to see you, man. Alright, wonderful. We got our business done. Man, the way they did the Skull of Numenix is so cool. See what's up with the game.
That's really sick.
Never mind. That was a mistake. This is why I stay muted during rehost. We'll hire a physician. We'll get the priest. Do we already have one? No, we're fine. Here we have a core physician. Our daughter can marry. Moose, did you decide who you're going to play? I don't want to marry away my daughter if you plan to play her or something. No, you went with Darkmoor. All right, let's find a husband for our daughter, Yona. Greedy, vengeful, lustful, deceitful, stubborn, and calm. Needs to be matrilineal, of course. The governor of Rorikstead. Where is he at? Western Skyrim. We gotta be careful here politically. I don't know. Maybe she just will marry. We'll have to figure that out. So we gotta be careful. If we marry our daughter out to like someone from Eastern or Western Skyrim, that could be perceived as us picking a side, which we don't want to do. Alternatively, we don't want to marry a good Nordish daughter to some foreigner, so we can't do that. There's not a lot of really eligible people within our own kingdom, I don't think. Well, hold on. He's unmarried. Wolfmar. Alright, the game's going. Go back to our own VC. Oof, we had a desync. As a cat rests on my lap, continually purring, I ponder what I should name her. Something historical, something alluding to her grave fur, something to describe a soothing feeling. I don't want to call the cat Khajiit, but that'd probably be very rude, so we'll just go with Gray. We've got the Gray mains, so we're gonna name our cat Greymane. Also, hopefully that won't be perceived as an insult. It would be more civilizing if someone gave me a hamburger right now. That sounds wonderful. It's very civilized. We could marry our daughter to the heir of the Honeybrew family, Honeymaw family. We're really good friends with him. Well, we're not friends, but we really like each other. Let's see if we can marry him to our daughter. Would he do matrilineal? He would. Okay. That seems like a good match. It's our daughter to the heir and son of the Honeymaw family. We'll go for that.
Hello, King Toreg.
Jarl, what can I do for you? Oh, moving south to fight their army.
I think they will evade my own army, so I will turn.
We will hold our position and prepare to cut them off. Is it me, or are there more of them?
Nope, they're the same amount. We still outnumber them, and my men-at-arms counter theirs.
I could attempt to cut them off in their capital, but it would probably be best if we allow them to retreat and simply continue to siege out their holdings.
Their owner is 1 year in debt. I think we can do this.
We can do it this slow. You want to directly attack him then?
I'm gonna be right back again. I'm sorry.
Oh, we're going in. Okay, hold on.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, we're going. We should win this.
I'm sorry. I don't feel so great.
Who is this?
Is this me? Sorry. It's me, Ugra. It's me.
You've traveled here being so sick?
I don't have much time, but I wish to. I don't feel well as I am right now, my normal self.
You should be at bed at home, not here in my hall.
I don't have much to live. I am here for the final moments.
I will find you a bed to rest in, of course. I understand that. Hold on, why are we paused?
But you see, my body is not the way it used to be anymore.
No, you will be taking your trip to Sovngarde soon.
Yes, I know. I also have my son married to a lady who I think is reasonable to be with, at least.
I'm glad to hear it. If I was in better health, I would have done it myself, but it is hard these days.
I know, I understand, my king. I understand.
Hey, why are you pausing?
I'm not. Who's pausing?
We're not paused.
It says middleness.
Yeah, middleness is the Jarl of Helgen.
Am I?
So
pausing?
why are you
I'm not
pausing?
anything. I'm not even next to the
You are
PC.
pausing. It's saying you're pausing.
You can't just keep on pausing game mate.
I'm not.
Yeah,
pausing,
yeah.
I swear to God.
It's saying
He might have like. Actually, that's weird. Did you click the space button?
I'm not clicking anything. I can like turn.
Yeah,
on
well, just keep the game going. Maybe it's. Yeah.
I'm talking on Discord through my phone. I'm really far. Like I can go back to the laptop, but I'm 100%.
It keeps pausing.
No,
Yeah, you're. Hold on, hastening. One
Yeah,
moment.
It's a laptop.
Your laptop keeps
You're
pausing
far
the
from
game
your
though.
Laptop and your
Like,
yeah.
take
back
up
to your
your
laptop.
space bar. Like change your
Look.
like your space bar probably like always pressed down or something.
There's nothing wrong with it. I just pressed it, but there's nothing wrong. No one's pressing anything. I'm not pressing anything.
Okay, so, okay, let's wait till we.
Are you at your
Let's see what happens.
are you at your computer right now?
It says yeah. It says it's playing. It doesn't even say it's pausing. It's just stuck.
Okay, then you
Oh.
have to rejoin, mate.
Yeah, go ahead and try hot joining in. You're bugged.
You're bugged.
There we go.
I felt like I was being accused of a crime right there. I was like, I swear to God, I'm not even close to that.
You have committed a crime against Skyrim and their people. But say in your defense.
I wasn't there, Your Honor. I wasn't there.
Yeah, we are winning that battle though. Yeah, we won it.
I was gonna make a speech and then I was accused.
Yes, you were.
Fine, this is a representative from Stradbrock. If y'all need any loans or help with the war.
We have things under hand, High Chieftain Madruk. My father sends his regards and hopes that you plan to honor all of the things that you said prior to the beginning of all this.
Ah, yes, of course. And I've actually been able to sign a formal treaty with the Earl of Helgen, where I think we're both very satisfied with when I swear fealty, and I'll be properly integrated into this great kingdom.
That's good to hear.
Yes.
More
The
than
Kingdom of
the
Falcrenth
kingdom,
will now be
the only kingdom here is the Skyrim, led by High Queen.
Hasting, I assume you're not in the war camp sieging out Falkrenth right now. Hold on, let me take this as a moment to lobby you for the cause of High Queen Freydis. Have you heard about the Crown of Verity by chance? Let me tell you.
I have. But let me ask you a question. What queen of Skyrim would not come to the protection of her vassals when they're fighting against invading orcs?
I offered the support, although Helgen has not come here to come to me.
I did. I sent you an entire ass letter. You didn't chose not to respond. Broke my heart.
High Queen Freydis ignored the call of Helgen. Oh, that's that's unfortunate.
I don't think I did.
Also, is it paused for y'all again?
Yeah, let's unpause it.
I'm joining.
Oh, it didn't. Oh, god damn it.
Helgen, goddammit.
I didn't even join yet. I swear.
It says you're in the game. Hold on. Look at the menu real quick.
Mate,
I can turn the camera back on.
this is not working.
Yeah, I know. He's still joining. That's what's happening.
Yeah, he's hard joining. CK3 does that. Like it looks like he's pausing, but he's just joining.
Yeah, that's true. Cool. It's like Victoria 3.
Yeah.
I like how Vicky 3 they chose like the worst of their multiplayer systems.
He's not loading in anymore. He's stuck at 53%. Yeah, you're stuck at 53%. You're not loading.
I'm gonna relaunch the game. You guys can like go ahead and
yeah. Relaunch the game, leave, and then come back.
What the?
You're gonna have to kick him. I think he's bugged again. So.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna kick you. Sorry, mate.
Sorry.
What's happening?
Appreciate that, Chip. Thanks, man. MP is a lot of fun. It's logistically hard, and streaming-wise, I will say it's a little bit rougher than streaming single player, but it's a lot of fun, man. So glad you enjoyed it. That game you did as Kaiser was really cool.
Difficulties at this moment.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah.
Man, the fortress in Falkrenth is just ridiculous.
I will return back home and to rest for a little bit.
Safe travels. I hope you do improve upon your health. Oh, you got infirm, my god. Yeah, you're bedridden right now. Your mind is gone. Fuck.
I I'm sorry, my king, but this is my last days, I believe, for this moment.
We'll see each other soon enough, old friends. Do not worry.
Take care for my son, at least, for the dying wishes of my life.
Well, as always.
Thank you. And she starts walking away. And starts to leave towards her castle.
She waddles
well.
away.
She's infirm, so she'd probably have to be carried.
Yeah, she has like a commander carry her towards the castle. Is like, you know, yeah, a commander just, yeah.
No. Why are all your vassals leaving?
Mine are?
Yeah, the call. Wasn't that your vassal?
Which one?
The person who just was infirm.
Oh,
and just left.
yeah. Because he's infirm and dying, and if I'm called to a war, he does like the vassals don't fight. It'll just be us. So.
Did we
Falkrenth also just got invaded by one of the dukes from the south. Just heads up.
Which duke from the south?
Duke Takatan of Sancretor.
I found that little bit weird because you weren't even in the game yet. It said you were pausing.
Yeah, I don't even get me started. I got accused twice.
Yeah, I mean, I still look on players. I'm on the player map mode, and it still has your name in Helgen too. If you look on the player map mode.
I think if I join back, they'll put me immediately in Helgen. That's why. That's
Maybe.
what happened last time.
Yeah,
I'm
but I was
rejoining
trying
as
to
we
join
speak.
the chat when that was happening again to try to tell Hastings that you aren't even in the game. But like the chat was too full, so I couldn't.
I'm joining right now. Hopefully it'll
Your
go
army is
well.
sieging out the Ancestors' Glade. We're getting very close to winning, and I'm sieging out their stronghold again. It's taken so long. I think this is probably one of the biggest fortresses in Skyrim. The only one that might be bigger would be actually probably Winterhold. No, I don't think Whiterun's actually that high. The fort level in Dragon's Reach would be... No, you're right. It would be 8, so it would be a little bit higher.
All of the capitals of the kingdoms are very high, fort level wise.
Yep.
I think they did that to balance it out, you know, no kingdoms eating kingdoms immediately, things like that.
Windhelm's an 8 as well, and then Solitude is... Click on it properly here.
The Lich of Bleakrock, wow.
1, 5.
Soon we will chase.
Yeah, 8.
Versus Skyrim.
Most of the kings have a tier 8 castle.
I understand.
Right. I'm in the
the
game.
undead are not very welcomed in Skyrim.
Are you here? Is it like role playing? Also,
Yeah.
I'm getting echo.
Immediately out of sync. Okay.
Jesus. You what you should go ahead and do? Do you know? Hold on. Who has echo on? Derail. All right, I think we're good. Do you know how to verify your files? Verify the integrity of the cache?
Like through Steam?
Yeah, go verify the integrity of cache on your files, and that will probably fix it. It has before for CK3 for people.
I can play Helgen just until you do that. I don't know how long that takes. Because I have like...
That would be great.
Yeah, if you could hop on it since we are in the middle of the war with these orcs, that'd be wonderful.
No, I haven't.
But yeah, go verify the integrity of the cache for your files, and then retry it. If you want to be really careful, also reinstall Elder Kings 2, but that's up to you. At least verify files.
I'm trying to join right now. I'll see if it works this time, because like I already tried to join before.
Alternatively, we have a bug server I need to rehost. That's the other thing it might be.
I think it's probably a bug server, to be honest. Or I would at the bare minimum just verify your files and reinstall it before you try to join again, because it's not gonna work. Let's see. Are you joining? Yeah, you're joining right now. Here, I'll hop off it. Just
Sounds good. We can work together on that then. The war should be done very quickly though. I think when the capital falls, it will be ended.
yeah, you're already at 68%. We'll have to keep pushing.
Oh, that's a desync. Who desynced?
Yeah.
I think we might have a bug server, so this might be a lot of people. Nope, same. Yep.
Alright, well, I'll just go back to how we did. No, I would suggest just do the 2 things I said.
Yeah, Carino, it just doesn't seem like you are able to play right now.
But it's not that he can't play, it's just that he needs to go to do what we just said.
Yeah, you need to verify the files and reinstall.
Yeah.
Mod. Oh, you have an amazing commander. 31.
Who? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All 195 files successfully validated.
Go ahead and unsubscribe from Elder Kings 2. Exit out of your Steam, restart Steam, and resubscribe to it and re-download it. Try that. We're gonna check all the T's, and if that doesn't work, then we have a bug server. Man, I'm getting Steam DMs to ask to speak with the MD devs about the 2017 start date. That's been every single. Oh man, that's funny. Are you winning? What's up, Martino? Kind of. Also, I just always want to say this. I am streaming, so I'm not a crazy person. Just want to always clarify that. Yeah, you started, Commander, I saw you said you're starting an Ambinar game with a new update. That's cool. The recent update has been so interesting. Your choices were Vern, the Blackbeard Cartel, Nimscott, and the Gnomes. Those are all good choices. We've got that game still going in our server, which just made an announcement about pretty quickly. We've had a lot of issues in it, though, so... It started off really well, though. I did enjoy the beginning. Ambinar is interesting. Okay, how about you? Doing really good as well. For anyone who's an actual American, hope you all had a good Thanksgiving. I ate turkey, I ate pumpkin pie, and I watched Game of Thrones with family. So, good fucking Thanksgiving. Someone's rejoining.
No, he's in the game.
No.
I don't know why he paused.
Maybe a disaster or something. Got attacked, something like that. We're still at 32 players.
Oh, now he has the bug. He's probably pausing too.
It's a bugged lobby. We got to rehost it.
Yeah, I say we rehost because.
That's not my call though. That's on Chris. Let me go find him. Yo, we definitely have a bugged game right now. Just saying.
Yeah, we'll rehost it then. Give it a go. Give it a go on the rehost. It's definitely something going on.
Yep.
Yeah. Got him.
All right, we got to rehost it. No screaming over politics. No. No, I will never go to a large Thanksgiving gathering with family who are politically extreme from where I'm at ever again, voluntarily. If I ever get married or something and I have to go to like one of those, I guess I'll go. But beyond that, if I have a choice, my God, no. I don't know. Growing up, I never went to those really bad Thanksgivings. I had family I know who did that, who had those family gatherings with just people who were extremely different politically and had those conversations and stuff. The ones I went to when I was younger, like, there were political differences, but they were minor and everyone just didn't talk about it because we all knew they would start arguments. So it's pretty good. Lots of Mario Kart instead. What's up, Scythe? Welcome back. Do we eat turkey the country or turkey the bird? Well, I'm not Greece the country, so I'm not going to eat turkey the country. So it was the food. Nimscott is the gnomes. Yep. Yeah, I think they're the only gnomes in Canar, right, at the start. They can form the gnomish hierarchy. CK3 and Vicky3 are very iffy for hot joins. It rapidly fucks up the server. Yes, it does, Vescova. I really find it, again, I mentioned it earlier, I'm saying it again. I find it so fucking wild that of all the different manners of hosting multiplayer games that Paradox has, like for example the Hoy model, the EU model, and then the CK3 model. For Vicky 3 they chose the worst model, which is the CK3 one. It's the most unstable for multiplayer, and that's the one they chose, which pretty wild. But I think Paradox does take a lot of pride in explicitly not catering to their multiplayer community. Looks like one guy just keeps crashing. There's a lot more issues than that from the looks of it. My family all very personally based political views, so nothing extreme. Get rid of our Imperial Gnomes. Oh, I thought they were dwarfs. That's fair. Yeah, I know the one. In the game we've got in this server, there's a pretty strong one. I think. All right, we are rehosting. Wait for the ID to go up. Speaking of food, I'm really hungry. Like I said, I'm gonna take a little break before I do the what's it called? The Iran MD game tonight. I'm gonna make some probably dinner, relax for a bit, and I'll do that. Have you found the Dragonborn? No, I think there might be an event for it, but from what I saw in the Elder Kings 2 subreddit, the Dragonborn system hasn't been really rolled out properly yet. Unless they changed that with the recent update, which I don't think they did. I think there's an event for it where one's found, but I believe it's very simple. And it's really like hard to, doesn't happen for a while, but we'll see. I don't think there's any Dragonborn in the game though. We'll have to take a look. There's not at the start, I know that. There's a fair amount of vampires. There's like, I think only like one werewolf. There's very few werewolves. There's a couple liches, but there's no Dragonborn. If you're hungry, perhaps a sweet roll with some skooma. You trying to get me addicted to fantasy, what would that even be? Fantasy lean? Would that maybe be a good way to put it? Is skooma like fantasy lean? Is that a good analogy? It's the only thing I can think of. You become a Dragonborn random event, fantasy heroine. That's probably better. My god, that music got loud. This is what I mean. The soundtrack's really good, but like it's either just blow out your eardrums or you can't hear the music, I swear. Fuck, speed or crack? Eh, like it's like a crack heroin lean hybrid. Actually, hold on. Let me look at the lore page for skooma. Skooma lore page. Skooma is a hallucinatory narcotic refined with moon sugar. Extremely addictive, its victims are left in constant alternating states of delusional euphoria and lethargy. Sustained use of the drug seemingly results in permanent confusion and mental deterioration and loss of teeth. It's like a hybrid. It's like... It's like speed, LSD, and heroin had like an illegitimate fantasy love child, essentially. You could smoke with a water pipe. Oh yeah, like what's it called? Hookah. That's the word I was looking for. Sorry, this music's so loud. I don't know if it is for you guys, but it's blowing out my eardrums. Turn it down a little bit. I got it. All right, cool. I can hear myself again. My Sin family in Ontario are a bit more right of center, but I don't think extreme. I just choose to not talk politics with them. Yeah, speed, crack, and meth based. Pretty much. Pretty much. The good stuff. According to the devs, its closest real world equivalent is crack cocaine. Gotcha, Scythe. Oof. Oof. It was a picture of a skooma smuggler. I'm gonna copy that link. Wish you could put images into the Twitch chat. At least if you're legitimate. Opening up images in the Twitch chat to just like everyone is a bad idea, but here's a picture of a skooma smuggler. That's kind of cool. Crack smugglers. Crack dealer. There's even a picture of a lab for refining it. Fantasy meth lab. They should, you know what they should do? They should add like a special fucking event in Elder Kings 2 where it's basically just like Khajiit Walter White developing fucking skooma in like the basement of a textile mill somewhere in the south of Cyrodiil, not Cyrodiil, Tamriel. That'd be funny. Perhaps too memey, but funny. Skooma is one of the reasons the Khajiit has such a bad reputation. Yeah, definitely. They're one. Are they the most looked down on race in Tamriel? Probably. Khajiit are really disliked by most people. Orcs are pretty hated, but Khajiit are just like looked down upon so much. I mean, fuck the high elves, but at least they're semi-respected for their power. Guy looks buff. Yeah, he does. I don't think he's testing the skooma. It was first made by the Dunmer. I didn't know that. I am looking at the lore page right now and actually read it. Oh, the ID's up. 1 second. Be distracted. All right. Pray to Jesus. Or pray to... I'll go with Kyr. Kira? Khajiit did nothing? I mean, my understanding of like the lore is like basically it's just kind of... Aren't the Khajiit like mostly really poor? Because someone correct me if I'm wrong. Aren't the Khajiit regions of Tamriel known for being very poor? I could be wrong here. When I do an Elsewhere campaign, I'm RPing a drug kingpin. I mean, why wouldn't you? Make does not take kindly to impersonators. Do you know the story of Polino? I don't, Odyssey. What's that? I do not. That's the Caravaneer Khajiit. Which one? There's so many. Well, I can tell the Dunmar created the drug in order to destabilize Elsewhere. Really? Is that lore, like, more accurate? Let me look at the lore page. One of the Daedric princes is known as the Skooma Cat. I didn't know that. So many of them. Yeah, in the 4th era, it is said that drug was originally developed by the Dunmer. It's alleged, though, so not confirmed. The drug has been banned throughout history by both the Aldemari domain and the Third Empire. Skooma is typically smuggled along with moon sugar. However, seemingly Skooma-specific smuggling route existed between Daggerfall and Vivek in the 3rd era. The traffic of skooma has led to violent criminal conflicts between individuals and organizations. The liquids used to refine skooma with moon sugar are highly flammable. Yeah, like meth labs, basically. Damn. You gotta love a lore that actually like goes into detail on hard drugs. It's a knight that killed thousands on thousands of elves. Was he one of the ones that was part of the Admoris? Admora? Yeah, Admora when they invaded and that kind of thing? Or what era was that in Odyssey? It depends on who you ask. The Argonians hate the Dunmers the most, for example. Yeah, of course, it's group specific, but I always thought that, I think it's Khajiit probably would be most disliked. Besides, you know who's, of course. Walter White faint. See, exactly. That event just writes itself, doesn't it? I'm just saying. I'd be all for an event related to that if they gave it like a touch of seriousness, but really it's just like Khajiit Walter White. I mean, I'm all for that. I don't think I'll write any roleplay statements today. What I've kind of decided to do going forward for like roleplay games is like, I tend not to have the time during RP because I'm streaming and talking to y'all. And then obviously I'm RPing with other people and playing the game is I will basically just not write any RP events during games, and in between games, I basically just write these massive RP posts. I started that this week. I did one for the Vicky 3 game. I wrote this like huge post in between sessions. How long was that thing? Pretty fucking long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 paragraphs, and I mean big paragraphs. So that's what I'm gonna do from now on. I'll just compensate with mega paragraphs. Words are hard. Colonial Whitestrike, the Divine Crusader, was an immortal hero, warrior, sorcerer, king, and crusader, fought as a champion of the slave queen Alesia. Interesting. What era, though? Well, Khajiit Walter White. Yeah, it's just a Khajiit with fur missing, like, on the top of his head and, like, with glasses. You know, just saying. Moros territories in Elsewhere are rather poor except for the established empire of Elsewhere itself, which is kind of weird. Yeah, okay, I thought so. So wouldn't it just literally be a case of like drug usage as in our own world being primarily used by poor people? Because, I mean, drugs are a way to basically get away from poverty, essentially, right? So, man, that's a brutal case of like, yeah, hyper poverty in the Elsewhere region resulting in drug usage. I mean, respect the social commentary. Goddamn. Holy shit, he took a lot of territory. Did he take all of Fraskrag in session 1? Holy shit. I do the same. I just don't have enough time in game to write big paragraphs and do Photoshop, so I tend to do all my RP before and after sessions. Yep, same here. It's the easiest way. So I'm just committing to that. I can do really good quality roleplays post throughout the week, and then during the game I'll just focus on it. Alright, I'm not clicking any buttons. I keep doing that when I join games, and it really hurts it. What the Aldmeri Dominions used an eclipse as an excuse to trick the Khajiit into joining them by saying their birth cycle and signs which are based wholly on the moon. Did that come out of the ESO? Elder Scrolls Online, I didn't really like. I didn't like the mechanics of it, so I didn't play it. But I know they've put so much lore into it, and it's all canon lore, I believe. So, it's a shame. Have they announced if they're working on a new standalone game for Elder Scrolls yet? I think they did announce it a while back. Elder Scrolls 6, right? I don't think there's any info on it yet. Yep, Elder Scrolls 6. They announced that thing like 3 years ago. To be fair, those games take like a decade to make. Let's see. It's been so long since Skyrim, and I know a lot of people like ESO, but I didn't, to be honest. What I would love for them to see them do, which I know they won't, is they basically make a full-blown Elder Scrolls game, which is basically built for single player, but they do it like Red Dead or GTA. So they make the game, they make the story, they make it standalone, but then they also make it compatible for like multiplayer, but not like ESO multiplayer, but more like Red Dead Online multiplayer. That'd be so fucking cool. Imagine having an Elder Scrolls game with the quality of one of their games combined with the roleplay ability and like options that you get in, say, like Red Dead or GTA. That'd be fucking cool. The Bosmers are terrifying. Yeah, true. It is canon. One theory is that it'll be in Blackmarsh. Maybe. Is there any details on it? I'm really hoping for this area. I really hope the game's over here. It's my favorite area. But a return to Morrowind would be pretty cool. They'll probably go somewhere new, though. You're right. A good and bad thing. All right, we're back. We're continuing. Back on topic. How long have we been sieging? It must have been at least a year by now. $90 to go.
I regret to inform you, King George, but I am actually possessed.
Who are you playing with?
Hellion. The guy just getting possessed out of nowhere.
I thought you were Alvor or Darkmoor. Who'd you switch to?
Oh, I'm switching to Hellion just for the guy.
Oh, right, yeah. Oh, you became possessed in the middle of this war. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I'm not. Oh, I'm probably gonna pick a new leader because you wouldn't want a possessed leader. Right?
Well, is Carino still coming back?
I think so. I think he's just.
Yep, I am.
Alright, cool.
So I'm gonna assign a new leader because you wouldn't want somebody who's possessed.
The days of the rebellion, Polynol was the enemy of all elves that lived in Cyrodiil. He did not participate in much traditional warfare, but rather targeted high-ranking members of the Aelid culture by challenging them to prearranged duels to play on their pride. That was when like all of Tamriel was like enslaved, right? Odyssey. All right, the war has been won. After sieging out their stronghold for over a year, Yashnag has been defeated and been forced to flee.
And not only
King Hackfield, I do hope that you will honor your word regarding the safe treatment and passage of orcs within your realm.
Of course,
I will as soon as I join the game.
Perfect. And I'm prepared as well to swear fealty when the new King of Falcrenth is ready. So I'll go ahead and, as per our agreement, so I guess that would be regular obligations.
Oh,
No,
Yes.
not regular obligations.
Oh, whoops.
Alright, I'll decline that. Oh, I do
Okay.
believe there's actually there's a faction going on. We might need requests or help from our allies again.
In
Clearly
Helgen?
there's-
Oh, there we go. Yep, cultural and
Yeah,
religious
and
privilege.
culture,
I
yeah,
almost fucked that
there's-
up.
Yeah. In
There
6
we go.
months, 2 orcs are.
Oh yeah, don't worry about it. We need to kill them anyway.
Yeah. So.
Yeah,
I do
yeah.
hope our
No,
allies
we need to
can do
kick
our-
them out. The only orc that's getting spared is Madruk because he's chill and he's a player.
Yeah, I've also like helped out a lot in that war. I was like 1v1ing the fucking chief when he migrated to my lanes.
Wait, it's a player who's in a faction. Is it?
Mhm.
This guy. Oh no, it's not. Oh.
Oh.
Okay, you're hard running. I'm gonna leave.
Okay, looks
Yeah,
like
the only else
the
inside them.
chief of Falcrenth is still around and being obnoxious.
Yashnag's alive? Oh, he is. He owns all that territory still.
Yeah, he's like immediately in a faction, which obviously I'll fight against him.
He's severely injured though from the siege.
Oh.
I guess he literally made like all of our troops have to like storm the stronghold to take him.
Oh god.
And that fits his personality. Wrathful, ambitious, brilliant strategist, blade master.
All right, I think everything's good.
Nice.
Yep, looks like it.
We have a thick Falcrenth now.
That's a very
We
big
are
Falcrenth.
good. Still have a big job to do, taking my land back from the idiot.
Yeah. Well, now I can actually support you as my vassal, without marriage.
Oh, really quickly, is
So-
Madruk still here?
Yeah. Mhm.
You did go outside of Skyrim, so go ahead and release High Hall. Just heads up.
Oh, release where?
Yeah, just
Oh,
release
High
just
Hall.
release that. Yeah.
Oh, okay, my bad. I did it
Yeah,
right
no
now.
worries. We'll open up the map, but we're not gonna do it probably for the first couple sessions. So
Okay, cool. Yep, makes sense. I'm just trying to like find like a non-orc to give it to. Okay, here we go.
So on that note, unless you were in here to do diplomacy in Whiterun, this is like the hall of the Jarl. So if you're in here technically, it's assumed you're in Dragon's Reach right now. Just to
yeah, I was
clarify
going
that.
to be, yeah, Helgen. Oopsie.
Just so you're aware.
Hmm.
You've never heard a cat snore, Scythe? They're very loud. I think it's probably a respiratory thing, to be honest, but alright, so at this point, sorry?
Coming through the doors is Ulfric coming through the halls as he is entering into the capital city of castle.
He when he arrives, he sees obviously Moose left. He sees the Jarl, but he's on his throne. He's very old. He looks like he's aged dramatically since you last saw him. The war having taken a very harsh toll on him, even though he has not led his men in battle.
Dorog, good to see you.
Ulfric, a man indeed. What can I do for you? It's been some time.
Should I do something to like? Is the game still paused, or am I not in the game anymore?
The game is currently going.
I have wonderful news to share with you, my king.
What news?
I am married to a wife. I'd like you to meet her.
I would love to meet her as well. Where does she hail from?
Well, nothing in nobility, but she is a fine lady.
Out of RP, really quickly, just to comment on this. I know this is your first game here, so I want to clarify this. Going like marrying lowborns with really good traits. It's not explicitly banned, but you would need a very good reason for it.
Yeah,
It's
the reason why she does that because she was 21, then she was the youngest of them all because yeah, she was the youngest so far, almost near the age of 18 to 21, basically.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Sounds good. Ah, Lady Lyris, it is nice to meet you.
Hello there. Greetings to meet you, my king.
And you. Ulfric, I'm glad to see you married. Brings me much joy. My own son has been married for quite some time now, and I finally have a granddaughter. It's good to have. You'll have some of your own before too long, I'm sure.
Suddenly, a door opens wide. A messenger comes in. Ulfric! Ulfric! Huh? What? Your mother! She passed away. What?
The Kingdom of Falcrenth requests your aid, King Toreg. Once again.
Did they invade this war against you?
Huh?
Did they attack you again?
Yeah, he's trying to fight me to get the Falcrenth again.
These orcs.
What?
I feel as though I have spent half my life fighting them. Our men will march south yet again.
Messenger, what do you mean? Your mother? I'm sorry, my lord. Your mom has passed away.
Okra is gone then.
You are the new heir. You are the new leader, my lord.
Yo, I got a cool nickname.
I see.
I'd be happy to attend her funeral, Ulfric, but this matter must be dealt with. The orcs have risen up in Falkreath again.
I will join you then. Sorry, this a lot taken.
No, take time for yourself. This matter, I will send my daughter yet again. She can deal with this. You need to go honor your mother.
We're winning pretty much on every
Come on,
front.
love. Let's head back. Come on. And they start leaving towards the castle, towards the mother's funeral.
All right, I just knocked out his army.
Yep, I just saw that. King Toreg, King Hackfield requests that you join him in the siege of Falkreath.
I will. Oh my gosh, my daughter is on the way, so we'll be there shortly. I thought she died, but she just took off her helmet. I didn't recognize her.
Oh.
She's been wearing it for 10 years.
Oh, I have
Being raided.
Cool.
Yeah, wipe him out.
Yep, Orc Rebellion again. Do they have any troops left?
58, so no.
Wow. You are welcome, my liege.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Only thing you find orc is another orc.
When in doubt, just send another orc there.
I'm arriving now. This is the third time we've sieged out this damn fort. At a certain point, I suggest we break the damn thing down. Yeah, Great Pine Hall. Third time sieging this thing. Somehow I got a hold of a Elysian General Blade. I don't remember getting that. Isn't there a way to see the history of it? Yes, it was... Oh, it was given by our shield thing. Orm.
Child heritage seeker? What? Wait, what? Okay, I don't care.
All right, cool. I'm gonna put on push to talk. That way, it's easier for us to not annoy all the people in our chat like that, and I can talk to you guys a little bit easier. So this has been interesting. Basically, what has happened is almost since like the beginning of this, after the invasion of Yashnag, Whiterun has almost constantly been in a conflict with the orcs in the south. Originally, Torg argued for like basically a degree of tolerance, but given it's been 12 years, and they've just done nothing but constantly attack, raid, and brutally maul people, we're not feeling very generous anymore. That being said, the High Chieftain Madruk of the Shardbrook clan, they're much more reasonable, and we've worked with them, so that's fine. But yeah, this has been pretty wild. I knew that obviously the orcs were strong and Yashnag was strong, but I didn't realize how hard-coded they were just to constantly attack.
All right. By the way, Madruk, we're gonna have our own VC after this war. But since we're currently at war, so we
yeah, imagine we're the.
This is just a war camp, basically.
Right, yeah.
It's the permanent war camp we've established outside of this stronghold.
There's been like a 100 years war.
It's been here for 12 years now. Or 10 years?
Yeah.
It's almost grown into a town, I would imagine, at this point.
Yeah.
we have
just every like 4 years we leave, come back 2 months later, and it's just been sacked by the orcs. We rebuild it, and this gets bigger, you know. Oh!
He died.
He's dead.
No, why did he die?
From his wounds. I believe he was like.
He did.
He took everything. Okay, can you give me that? Oh, never mind. I can do that. I can do this. I think I can do this.
Yeah. Also, out of character, I think you have to be the one to release. What is it? High Hall, just because like they're technically sworn to you. You know, they're sworn.
Oh
to me.
my! Did y'all see that?
High Hall. Oh, okay.
How did he get vassalized?
Okay. Yep. You just have to give me that vassal. I don't.
Oh,
negotiate alliance through marriage.
Like, just press grant.
Is she ambitious?
You'll see it.
Honest, just, and gregarious. Okay, this is huge. So what just
not greater than the barony rank?
So what just happened here, which is a huge deal?
Here, I'm not even wild too.
You guys might hop into your own VC.
Oh yeah,
we're gonna. War's done? Yeah, appreciate that. Thank you. So what just happened is Eastern Skyrim just took Valheim, whether they negotiated an alliance or not. God damn it. I'll wait till they leave so I can talk.
Okay.
I'll just mute myself. We'll do that for now. So what just happened is Valheim, which is de jure part of the Whiterun kingdom, was just basically, I think it was voluntary, but Eastern Skyrim just negotiated basically Valheim to go underneath their control. So that's huge. They just basically did an act of aggression against us. Because we've kind of existed with them, but we wanted them independent, right? We're not ambitious, or patient, or temperate, or honest, but this would be a huge deal politically. So we need to send an ambassador to Eastern Skyrim. I think there was a statement about it. Let's see. No statement about it either. Where are they at?
Land raids we proposed.
Oh yes, perhaps against Redrun, the highest Redrun.
That could be arranged. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, that works. All we need is battering rams, but we don't currently have money for that. Because they have a bigger army than us, so if we want to quickly do hit and run tactics on them, we need some siege equipment that would breach their whatever it would be, shrines, castles, or cities.
When Queen Freydis has the time, there is an ambassador waiting to speak with you from King Torg. Just a heads up.
Duke Aurelius, perhaps you can leave me to speak with Duke of Whiterun, the Jarl of Whiterun.
I think we're in his VC, so let's hop in there.
It's like telling me to
get out of your house. I want to talk to someone. All right, we are corresponding with the Queen of... Oh, the Queen of Western Skyrim has started to write letters.
Oh, Jarl of Whiterun, welcome.
No, this is an ambassador sent to the palace of the kings to speak with High Queen Freydis.
Oh,
Some of these things.
welcome. It's good to hear from you. Now, what matters of...
I have push to talk on. If I
Day, do
push
you
the
wish to
button, it's
speak
going to
about?
crash this game, so I have to wait. This is why I don't try to use push to talk often.
Ambassador?
Yes, I apologize. I am here at the behest of my king, King Torg, who of course cannot travel due to his ailments, to wish to understand why it is that you have, without any discussion with the King of Whiterun, chosen to place Valheim, which is of course under the traditional title and Kingdom of Whiterun, under your own control. Are we to assume that this is an aggressive act, or is there a reason for this?
I'm a good friend of Clanhead Sigar. We've had an alliance before, and he offered his vassalage.
He may well be friends with you, but he is also friends with Whiterun, and you realize that this creates a political issue.
As the one true High Queen of all of Skyrim, I will not deny anyone from swearing vassalage to me. If you wish to discuss an abstract like this, you do make the claim, but so does those of Western Skyrim. The kin of Svartr still rule there. You have created a political issue. Whiterun has declared itself independent, and it tends to keep it that way up until now. And Valheim, although it is also independent, is technically within the lands of the Kingdom of Whiterun. They have split off in the past, and we have chosen to allow that. But by you taking them underneath yourself... You claim to speak of technicalities, although my dynasties ruled of Skyrim for 4 generations.
Yes, but regardless, you were not chosen by the moot, and it is contended that you were not a legitimate child of the king. Whether or not that is true or not, your succession is in question.
The lies of Svartr. Svartr called a moot for which only the...
My king did not send me here to discuss the finer points of the ascension with you. God damn it, I keep... 1 second.
Sorry. See if I can unpass.
A lot of bugs. Anyway, well, I was not sitting here to discuss your legitimacy. I'm here simply to discuss diplomatically the situation in Valheim and the issue it creates in the balance of power and the balance between the East and the West. You, of course, claim the High King or the High Queen title, but there is another who does the same. And as in the past, my king does not wish to declare for either side. But that does cause issue with your recent actions in Valheim.
King Farengar, although his predecessor and brother, King Irish, did so swear and bent knee to me. He was killed for this by what we believe to be the current king. Although
I really want to reiterate, I was not given any valid cause to discuss this subject with you. The king, High King himself, or sorry, the King of Whiterun, sent me here with only one objective in discussion, and that is Valheim. If you would wish to discuss that issue, you would have to travel to Whiterun to speak with him yourself. I was sitting here on a very simple subject, and that is the clanstead of Valheim, which you know well is historically within the lands of the Kingdom of Whiterun. That is the issue I'm here to discuss with you.
But the issue at hand is that of Skyrim itself. If a man such as Sigurd, a friend of mine, wishes to bend a knee to me, I should not refrain from allowing him from doing so. And that is the pathway to unity. The only pathway to unity.
If we are to follow that logic, then my own King Torg is becoming closer and closer friends with the wife of King Farengar of Western Skyrim. By that logic, he would then declare for Western Skyrim. You see the issue of that, do you not?
Does not your own king have multiple have a much larger portion of his realm controlled by the Freynis of King Farengar, the so-called king?
It does indeed, but the difference is they chose to side with him during the moot in Western Skyrim, which was condoned by my king at the time, as it was their right to choose. That was accepted because they chose to follow him in the moot. Those who chose Torrig chose to follow him. The problem here is that Valheim chose to become entirely independent. Or the title of Whiterun, chose to allow them autonomy and independence. But it was assumed that would remain the case. Them declaring for your side, whether it was chosen or not, creates a problem. The current situation, an outright war, is only stopped entirely due to the current balance that we had. And your actions there, whether for good reason or not, could potentially upset that balance. If you attempt, or are wishing to attempt to start a major war, then your regions are sound, I suppose, but all decisions have consequences, and there is an effect. My king does not wish to cause a war, an issue. He wants a very simple thing out of this, and the most reasonable one. He would suggest simply the releasing of them as independent again. There's no reason why you cannot be good friends, and potentially clan head Thorgar, if you would wish, could pay you a small tithe if that is what he wishes to do, but as an acknowledged independent clanstead.
That would not be acceptable, said Diplomat.
Why would that not be?
He has already sworn his fealty and loyalty. These are ancient pacts of Nords.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe...
A long time ago.
Actually, no, yeah. I believe actually that clanhead Sigar is dead. It is now his son, who I would imagine is yet to come to the Palace of Kings and declare his own loyalty to you, correct? Given that it happened during our conversation.
Oh god.
So would it not be reasonable then for you to grant clan head Thorgar his autonomy and independence? And I know well that he is a man who wants more than just simple vassalhood.
And I know that I've heard it. He's quite an ambitious man.
I have as well, as has my king. As such, there is no technicality that would make it required for you to break a vassal contract. Simply, in your infinite wisdom and good leadership, something you are well known for, and justice, grant him his autonomy back. And remain good friends with his family, much like King Torrig does in Whiterun.
If you swear to not demand his vassalage in response.
I will be quite frank with you, High Queen Freydis. King Torrig was able to ask for it whenever he wanted, and we know that he would have given it to us, for he is a man who is also likewise on good terms and good friends with King Torrig. But we chose not to in order to keep the balance between Eastern Skyrim and Whiterun.
As of now, with you not accepting the only true High Queen of Skyrim, I'm afraid I cannot accept just for us to be friends. You would have to ensure that you do not bend a knee to any.
We are attempting to keep the balance here. We are attempting to prevent war in Skyrim. I know you're an intelligent woman. I know you know what this is.
My terms are justly. You will not ally or bend a knee to any descendant of High King Svartr.
My king will not sign such an agreement with you. He has already made it clear that he does not attempt or will not declare for anyone. The balance that we have currently is what you are exactly asking for, and your actions here are the only thing that could potentially break that peace.
Then my demands is merely that you refrain. You and your liege lord and his descendants are to never side with any descendants of High King Svartr. That is my demands.
We would not accept, my king would not accept any such constraint. He has made it should be already clear to you, High Queen Freydis, that he does not intend to do this. And by making demands to him for it, You are setting yourself out to be an aggressor here, when there is a balance and peace in Skyrim, something High King Torek wishes to keep. The wars against the orcs and
the balance is unjust. My father was killed by evildoers, and the evildoer indeed was the boss.
High King Freydis, a question if I would have it. Have you yourself led men into battle? Have you seen true war on a great scale?
I commanded men to be called into battle. I've been present.
Have you watched great battles and the slaughters that ensue?
Yes.
Then how can you in good faith attempt a course of action that will result in this again? I myself, I traveled with the armies of King Torek in the wars against the orcs in the south. I saw thousands slaughtered for nothing more than mountains and territory. I know you think you are just in your actions. And I myself personally know well, of course, that you are the daughter of the old High King. But the political situation of Skyrim is more complicated than mere birthright. And I would ask you, personally, and of course, with the backing of the High King, King Torek, man, these titles, to make the decision that does not make war on a massive scale in Skyrim happen once more. There is still a diplomatic path to unification, and King Torek begs with you to consider it.
But once again, I ask for assurances. If I give up a vassal with whom I have made promises and signed contracts,
with his father,
yes, with his kin, with his lineages. These matters of vassalization are no mere one-on-one promises. This is a matter of one dynasty to another, one house to another.
This is your final word, then?
Yes.
In that case, like Queen Freydis, I thank you for your audience. I wish good health upon you and your family, and I will take my leave. And relay your words to King Torek.
Good day.
Good day. We tried. Fuck. He wants war. He really wants war. Falkland's back in Nord Hands. Yes, it is. There's still orcs there. There's a big orc clan that basically is kind of being tolerated there. We'll see how that goes. Oh yeah, because I'm in my channel. I'm in my channel. That's why.
Oh, sorry.
Are you kicking someone else out of their house like in hastening? Oh my gosh. So yeah, this is complicated because obviously King Torek doesn't want to go for either side. He wants the diplomatic course of action. He's patient. He'll wait. He's temperate. He doesn't rush into action. But we could have asked Valtheim to become our vassal since day one. We could have. He likes us. It's de jure title. I could have gotten him to be our vassal whenever I wanted. I chose not to because it's political. They're basically the buffer zone between Eastern Skyrim and Whiterun. So we never talked about it with High Queen Freydis, but her forced vassalizing Valheim, it's not a declaration of war, most certainly, but it is an aggressive act, regardless of the opinion of the people involved, and it does disturb the balance of peace. As a result, this is going to shift us more towards Western Skyrim. I'm not going to just declare for them instantaneously, but Whiterun would now be leaning towards Western Skyrim in the event of an actual war. So the reach does not hold. No, it's still very divided. Very divided. There is a leader now who seems to be semi-strong, but you know. All right, so for the first time in quite a while, there is peace in Whiterun. Currently, King Torek, the Honest, is 60 years old. His health is poor, but he is doing all right for now. Given that our life, or recent life, has really just been the organizing of the War of the Orcs when he's not a military man, that would have been incredibly stressful for him. Sorry? Hello? Who is this?
I'm an envoy. I am I am the Chancellor. I'm the Chancellor of Western Skyrim.
Welcome to my hall. You see like a very haggard, very tired, very old man with a bad leg on the throne, and he motions to you to take a seat on one of the tables. Can I get you an ale, Chancellor?
Yes, please. Nice, a small ale. But I do not drink much.
I understand, but I'll break out one of the good casks. I suspect I know why you are here. You're welcome in my hall. Speak your mind.
Well, as you know, the King of High Skyrim has died, and as such there was a succession crisis. Falgor wishes to bring peace to Skyrim. He wishes to ask and see. We've heard rumors that not all is well. We congratulate you on defeating the orcs of Falkreath.
The honor there is upon the Jarl Hackfield. House scroll more truly prove their prowess in battle, but certainly the armies of Whiterun did their part. Thank you for your words.
Yes, we are here on two things. One, we wish to see what you would think of a census.
A census?
A census between all the kings and all the major jarls of what would be the kingdom or the empire of Skyrim. A census into seeing if they all had their moot vote, a moot traditional vote, which you would have definitely a vote for, of who they think would be the king or the queen of Skyrim.
You would call a moot between every single one of the Jarls and Kings of all of Skyrim, then?
As ambitious as that sounds, Falgor doesn't wish to see Skyrim embroiled in eternal war with each other. We have enemies outside of Skyrim that have noticed the breakup, and he has seen it that it is time that maybe we try to at least sow some steps towards unification.
I will say, it gladdens my heart to know that there is a High King in Skyrim who wishes to take the diplomatic path over the warlike one. Have you heard of the recent circumstance in Valheim in the actions of High King Freydis? High Queen?
Well, she still claims herself as the true queen of the...
She does indeed. She chose to vassalize one of the lands of Whiterun, which was independent between us, and I sent an envoy to her, attempting to get her to release him, to act simply in order to maintain the balance between us, and it was denied, as she does claim herself obviously to be High Queen, and as her actions being just. It does, in my mind, I am sad to say, seem to be an attempt to cause some conflict, which I've seen my share of fighting in the south of the orcs. I do not wish another one. So I'm glad that you were seeking a diplomatic option, or at least High King Ferengar is.
Well, yes, High King Ferengar has noticed this. However, if we can find a way, he may be willing to give you Falmor back. Falmor used to be, if I remember rightly, under Whiterun. Or at least...
both Fairmore and Rorikstead, technically, but yes.
Yes, it would. I'd have to talk to Fangor when he is obviously not drinking in excess. But
I'm not the type of man who is seeking some gains here. My true hope is that Skyrim does not enter into full-blown civil war in order for us to choose a new High Monarch. So I'm not here to make a bargain with you. I will say what I said when the moot was held and the crown of verity chose Freydis, and that is that I will not pick a side, for you both lack what will make you both legitimate, or at least your father. You need the moot, and you would need the crown, and the crown follows the moot, and chooses as well. So, am I to understand that you are going to attempt to call for a moot of all of Skyrim to choose the rightful monarch, an election of sorts, or did I mishear you?
Yes, Fangor will be attempting to. He's already got the backing of Winterhold. And he has already got the backing of Falkreath.
That is not true.
Well, sorry, my mistake. I misjudged my words. Sorry. We've heard that if Falkreath follows Whiterun.
Falkreath stands with Whiterun, yes.
Yes. So if you was to agree, if you both was to agree, we would have this public moot, in which you'll be happy to know, like, word is that Fangor, I've asked him what his vote is, he wouldn't actually vote for himself. I've talked to him, he thinks that a strong diplomat should be the king. Someone who can become a peacemaker within Skyrim.
It is good to hear that he would not explicitly seek for power. Your High King, I must say, seems to be a most reasonable man. I don't know if you're aware, I also have a correspondence with High King Svartr. She's a good woman, and she opened a line of correspondence with me, and we've been exchanging letters. She's a good woman from what I have seen, though we have never met in person. I find the cause of your High King to be a just one, and Whiterun will formally back the creation of a moot for all of Skyrim to choose the next High King.
Yes.
21 bars of beer in the wall, 21 bars of beer.
Yes.
You take one down, pass it around.
I think someone's drunk.
Hi there, King Torag.
Flathead Ulfric. This is not the time or the place. This is a meeting with the envoy of Western Skyrim. My God, man, are you drunk in my hall?
I thought we wanted to drink. Come on, pal. Come on.
Ulfric, get a hold of yourself, man.
Come on. Hold on.
So Torek motions to his guards and goes, get this man cooled down, and they're gonna take you out back and dunk you in like a trough.
We will
order you a drink, and he leaves.
Right, after that we will go and bring this to Queen Freydis and see if she will allow it, though we fear that she may refuse the moot, which would sadly mean that we can't hold an electoral process over Skyrim, which would, well, we could hold it, but it would not have the.
I will say this is a complicated matter, and with that, the Jarl is going to take out a piece of paper, and he's going to just write on it, and when he passes it to you, if you chose to read it or your High King reads it, what it will say is that basically the Jarl thinks you're choosing a very good course of action. It's the very just thing to do. Whiterun fully backs it, and if basically the moot doesn't happen because of like Eastern Skyrim, Whiterun would most likely support Western Skyrim. So that's what the note says. Then take this to your High King and put it in his hand and his hand alone, envoy. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand. I will have it. I will have it close to my heart, and I will
Good.
guard it.
I will, the emotions, I'll get a small group of guards to take you to the border. I wouldn't want you to be, laid upon by any who would intercept you. Go with haste, and give your High King my greeting and my regards.
Yes, thank you.
This is getting spicy.
Okay, okay, now we can talk for real.
Who are you role-playing as right now, by the way? Is this an envoy or is this your king?
I am Falcrenth. No, I am my character. I'm visiting you in Whiterun.
King Hawkfield. Good to see you.
Good to see you too, my old friend. I would like to discuss 3 matters with you today of the utmost importance. First of all, you may have noticed that you control a part of my de jure kingdom, which is great. I'm willing to pay you some for it to be returned to my kingdom. I know
you speak of Riverward.
No, I speak of South Brittleshin. Riverwood is your land.
The region there. That is complicated, as it is. It is the land of my son's wife, Alderwoman Sigrid. Out of RP, is there any way I can basically get that to you without like revoking her?
Yeah, I don't think so. Hold on. No, not that I can see.
What I would say is that this is land by right of Alderwoman Sigrid of Riverwood. Although I would be happy to grant this land back to you, I would not be well liked by my vassals if I was to simply take this and give them to you. However, since she has married into my own family, her heir and my son's heir will be of my house. Would you do me the favor of allowing this territory to remain until one of my own ancestors is able to grant it to you of their own will, instead of me forcing this upon one of my own.
Yes, I have a solution for this. When your grandson does inherit South Brittleston, if he's not your direct heir, we could have him as a vassal.
That would be reasonable.
I would like a word with the King of Falcrenth. This is the diplomat of the Council of the Reach.
I do apologize, but this is Dragon's Reach, and you are in my hall. I would ask that you wait until I have done speaking with the king.
Yes, we are discussing very
Take a
important
seat.
matters.
Take a seat at the table. I'll have some ale brought to you, envoy. But as again, if you would do this as a favor to me, I would be most thankful, King Hockfield. But as this is the rightful lands of Falkreath, when I can grant it to you, or my family can grant it to you, it is yours. Let all hear my proclamation that this is to be true, and if my descendants should revoke this, know that they have no honor of my house, and that they will be rejected by the gods. This is an oath I swear unto your family.
Thank you, King Toreg. I always knew you as an honorable man.
What news, though? I am curious. The orcs, do they still own territory in the mountains? I hope you have not forgotten your own word to me.
They do. In fact, one of my most loyal vassals is an orc. Chieftain Modruk has...
I know him well.
My favorite vassal.
He is a shining example of why I do believe that there can be some leeway in Nords and orcs having some degree of, I suppose, coexistence, though their traditions are odd, I will say, and even perhaps backward, though. It is as it is, I suppose.
I think as soon as we are able, I've limited how much they can convert the people of Skyrim to their religion. I have given them free reign in order to expand their people, but they may not expand their faith anywhere.
Of course. We cannot allow for such things. It is important that we hold our own faith. Absolutely not. Perhaps with time they will understand Nordic culture more, and will see our gods as the true gods that they are. I can hope with time.
Hopefully. But I will not force them. We have made a decision to let them choose of their own free will.
It's good to hear that you will honor your word.
I do have one request, though. Currently, there is somewhat of a diplomatic crisis between me and the Kingdom of Bruma.
King Harold, he has expanded dramatically in the south.
Yes, and he's also taken part of my kingdom. There is a chance of a peaceful solution soon. However, should it not come to peace, I would like...
I would urge caution and patience in such matters. There is a much larger diplomatic crisis on the horizon. You know well what that is, and that should come first before we look south.
That is true. But my people are there, and I cannot let them be under the heel of the Akaviri.
I understand this, but until the issue that is about to arise is dealt with, Whiterun will not be willing to help you. I do not mean this as a slight, but with so much about to happen politically in Skyrim, we cannot commit to a war with the South.
I understand.
If you are patient, I'm sure that myself, or when I go to, when my time comes, my son will help you, if you are patient.
Thank you. I will try my best to honor your words. And I will try my best to do what you want. Alright, thank you so much. I will speak to you soon. If you come to a decision about the moot, please let me know.
I will. Safe travels. As to the moot, we have formally accepted the proposal of a moot for Skyrim, and as one friend to another, King Hockfield, I would hope that you two understand the potential stopping of loss of life in civil war by such an act. So I hope you would support a broader Skyrim moot as well.
I would support it as well, yes.
Good to hear then. Safe travels, my friend.
Thank you. By the way, Chief Brenner, I'm gonna go to my VC, so if you want to talk to me, you can join there.
Yes, I'll go
I'm
there.
sorry. Do I have a VC right now? I do not.
Hit the hub button.
R1.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that we actually had territory that was Falkrenth, which is this area here. Okay, so on a very other big topic that I just realized during this conversation, our son, Prince Siovar, his wife is an adulterer, and his heir is in question. Can we investigate that? Jesus, man. Our bloodline might get cut out here if we're not careful. Yeah, she's a known adulterer, and she's known to be rakish. We married our son to her as a political move to get Riverwood back under our control in the future, but it's backfired because she's basically just hoeing around, and so our own heir could potentially not be ours. So, but we don't have proof, and he's a very just man. So what we'll do is we are going to send our spy master Garuk, who we trust very carefully, to Riverwood to determine if that's the case, and hope that we can determine it. Our son's getting cucked right now, unfortunately. That's, man, he deserves better than that. He's a good man. He's honest, he's generous, and he's calm. She just apparently is not the type who likes that, given that she's paranoid and deceitful, and man, that's brutal. We basically screwed over our son for politics is what happened. That's so hard. Rip her heart out to show her how it feels. It's rather extreme. Like an Alta's nearby, it's a deep one. Big stone cuff to legs type of accident. If I was anyone other than this guy, I'd consider it, but he is like, he's not the type. What we'll do is if we find it out, we'll just publicly accuse her, and we'll obviously disinherit our grandson, and we'll get our son to marry someone else. But if we can't find proof, we're not going to do anything. Because he's not the type of guy who would do something without proof, so we'll see. All right, let's hold court. Sitting on my throne, yes, this one. My acquaintance, Lady Lyris, hurries to my side, her bloodshot eyes searching the assembled court. My lord, I'm sure someone in the kingdom is out to get me. I have no evidence, but suspect Mayor Sakvenir, given his reputation for villainy, comes to my throat. I beg you, imprison Skavnir and put a stop to this madness. That's Ulfric's wife. I mean, she's got no proof though, so we'll have to say no. We'll question him though, at least. A frightful peasant strolls all too close before a guard steps between us. He backs off a leg, laughing through scant teeth. Your lordness, I'm come here from Skolvar with a matter of great import. His eyes undulate. Yes, seeking. Tall started last harvest. Tanner's husband goat wandered in tagged. Oh my god, I can't read this. The boy's wife's niece's shack and caused a great mess, she did. He slaps his thigh. Oh, you should have hit senior magnitude. Oh, he's ugly as fuck too. He's underneath Lovod. We'll go send someone to deal with it. That's what we do. It's going to cause a problem, but that's fine. Over the last few days, I have heard tell of the mighty hero of the peasantry who has won the hearts and minds of the common people. Their incredible deeds and matchless bravery. This hero, who goes by the name Ulrika, has been defending the small folk from the Reachfolk raiders, and has now traveled the way to Dragon's Reach to seek an audience with me. There's no doubt that Ulrika is a great hero, however my court are adamant that I don't alleviate a commoner beyond station. He's not the type to really care about that, so we'll make her a shield maiden. Can we do that? Yep, she's a spear thing now. Good. Wonderful. Now you don't like it when your family sits around. I thought you supported the Black's House of the Dragon. Zodi, you little shit. Be careful, bud. Did we get raided? I can't tell if this is due to raids or due to that war of the orcs. Hello? Hello?
Hello? Oh, hello there, King. Again, it's me, Ulfric.
Ulfric, did you... Oh, my god, man. I hope you're not drunk.
Oh, I'm just a tizzy bit of tipsy, that's all. Oh.
We got a desync.
Goodness. Oh. I also heard you have a council or a meeting with the other commoners, I believe.
I held court recently. I finally filled up to it. It's been a while. But we have to talk, Ulfric.
Yes,
we have to talk about your drinking.
Oh, what is it? What is it, my king?
You are the greatest vassal in my realm. I loved your mother, and I love you. I brought you up like a son. And now I see that you are drinking yourself into a stupor, interrupting important meetings of state with your acts of selfishness.
Give me 1 sec, my king. I apologize in the meantime. I do. I really do.
But more so, it's about you and your own health, Ulfric. This is not good. Drink is a fine companion to life, but not in excess. You must learn temperance.
I might be honest. I'm not much of temperance, my king. I'm not much temperance of my own.
What would your mother think of this?
My mother, she was a good mother. Very good one. I miss her dearly, though.
You can do better than this, Ulfric. I believe in you.
I know. But anyway, I heard that my wife have come to your council as well within the meetings, I believe.
She did. She brought claims before me as someone attempting to kill her, or do harm to her. I know, a very worrying statement. She accused the man with no evidence, though. Something I would think she would know not to do. If you find evidence for what she is suggesting, I will of course give immediate justice. But an accusation without evidence is not one at all.
Does he have the name or any? There's nothing in proof.
There's no proof at all.
I might need to send my spy master for this. That's for sure.
I think that would be wise. I have a personal question, Ulfric, if you wouldn't mind.
Yes, my lord, my king. Go on.
And the king is kind of just gonna like motion for you to lean in so no one hears, and he goes, "My son's his wife's secret. This is a very delicate matter, but have you heard anything as to my grandson, Torg?"
Your grandson?
I've heard the most disturbing rumors, and I was curious if you had heard them as well.
What those rumors? What are they?
A man I trust greatly came to me and claimed that my own grandson was not of my descent. He claims Sigrid of Riverwood is sleeping outside of the marriage bed and having children, not with my son. Again, please keep this to yourself, but have you heard anything?
I'm sorry, my king. I've never, ever heard of such news before. I have to be honest.
It's no matter. I just, as a good friend, I wish to simply inquire. No matter. Keep it out of your mind and mention this to no one, please.
No, I will do my very best. I'll tell you that. But also, I do have a question for you, my king.
What can I? Of course, Ulfric. What can I do?
You see, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not much into fighting. I am just a coward, nonetheless. You know me. You've seen it.
The king kind of just looks down and doesn't say anything. He's not gonna say no to that.
It is true. Don't lie to me. I know.
You are not a brave man, Ulfric. I tried to correct it, but go on.
Well, mostly I was trying to do my practice around the champions of my my knights of my well, they're from my understanding they're called the shield thanes. I faced one of them. Of course. Yes, my thanes. Faced one of them. Got my ass kicked by them. My goodness, I am terrible.
Why are you complaining? That's a good thing, is it not? You're protected by men and women with strength of arms, true Nords.
That's true, but I feel like I never even get to a real battle, you know? Feel like I've been trying the best, but never gotten the worst, or actually better of it, actually.
Well, Ulfric, if the moot that is being called does not go the way many would hope, I suspect you will have more than your share of fighting in your lifetime. I may not see it, but you most certainly will. Assuming you find temperaments with your drinking, man. That stuff, it will kill you.
Yeah, Even though I would try to say that, well, he continues talking with you, the little walking feet starts to come over to the hallways. Oh, he turns around and sees a daughter of his. Ah, hello there, my daughter. What you doing here?
Hello, Dad.
What are you doing here? All right. King, I want you to meet my daughter. This here is my daughter.
Ah, your daughter. I do not believe I've met her. What is your daughter's name? Forgive me.
Her name is Ingoni. Ingoni, come here.
Ingoni. A good Nord name. Ah, she'll be like her grandmother. I can see it.
Yes. Yeah. She is a good lady. She's a sweet girl, and she. My king, and a messenger comes in. My king, no, Lord, sorry, pronunciations. Your wife has died. What? Your wife? She has been murdered. What? Are you fucking serious? No, my lord, she's dead.
You know why? She was here only months back claiming someone was out to get her.
I don't understand. Who? Any trails? Anything? No, my lord. She was gone out of nowhere. What? Or well, ah, God. Oh, no.
The King Torag kind of like leans out of his seat and like stumbles a bit, but puts a hand on your shoulder and just silently kind of attempts to console you. I will do everything in my power to investigate what she said. Clearly, there was some truth in it. Murder! There's no honor in it. A bad deed. Such things, if that is what this is. Perhaps it was something else, but I will do my best to find her killer. Ulfric, I promise you this.
Thank you, my king. I don't know if I would be happy or be sad right now, if anything. I don't know.
Would you stay? You should travel home and see to your family's business, but I would console you. I know what you will do. Do not take to the drink, Ulfric. It's not the way out of this.
What does this say about Mommy? Where does Mommy go?
Daughter. No, we'll talk more about that. Come on, daughter. Let's head home now. Come on. It's getting nighttime. Come on. Let's go. It's time for you to sleep anyways.
Okay, Dad. Can we go get Mommy?
No. She will be...
Like I'm an Oz character. King Torag looks at the young girl and goes, your mother. She will rest with the gods now.
Mom's not here anymore?
I'll let your father deal with that. And then the king just kind of looks away awkwardly.
Yeah, he's like looking back into the child, looking back at you like, yo, let's head home. Come on, we have a big day for this. Thank you, King. I.
Safe travels, Ulfric.
You too.
We will speak soon, I hope. Remember. And he just kind of lets that aside and doesn't continue.
Yeah, he just lowers his head down, following out to with his child, and leaves the area. And I also want to say, out of character, I will need to get going. So,
okay.
It was nice role playing with you.
It was with you as well. Definitely very enjoyable, man. Those voices, goddamn, dude. I just do a diplomatic voice because I can't do accents, but goddamn.
No problem, man. No problem.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was enjoyable. This was fun.
Good.
So yeah,
definitely a lot of fun, man. Yeah, we got like 20 minutes left of the game too, but I'm sure you won't miss anything too important. But it was a great role playing with you, dude.
Yep, no problem. I'll see you next roleplay.
Oh yeah, see you soon, dude.
See you. Bye bye.
We're sending letters with this is the wife of the High King of Western Skyrim. I've heard good things about you, and I'm interested in starting a written conversation. We've already been writing conversations though, so we'll just keep exchanging letters with her. I'm curious to see if there's gonna be any news on the moot before the game ends today. Let me check roleplay statements. Yep. High King Svartr has seen that we need peace in our time, and as such, all the Grand Dukes and Dukes of Skyrim have been asked to allow for a public moot to see if, in fact, a moot was called peacefully, and would make the true High King or Queen of Skyrim. The Queen's claim is dead, and only a fair vote can be called for the true king to be chosen. So he's called for it. There's been no reply from High Queen Freydis. I don't think she's going to accept that. Thank you for your swift response. I'm looking forward to our correspondence. Please employ you. Pick the best subject to discuss. We'll discuss etiquette, I guess. She'll see you in Sylvangard. Absolutely. So we've discovered no secrets on Alderwoman's secret. Perhaps our grandson is of our line then. Perhaps. Are you trying to make me feel like an idiot? Your last letter was full of obscure. I could not follow one sentence in there. And to think I used to value your friendship. Whoa, alright. The High King of Western Skyrim's wife just insulted us. As me and my counselors are gathering for a meeting, my dog Bandit approaches me with big eyes and drooped tail. We'll bring him to the meeting. Fuck him. We do what we want. We're an old man. We're 64. We don't care anymore. I'm sorry, King Torg, says my steward, Lindman Elgrim. I have to disagree with on that point. You just... Grrr. Our dog pissed off one of our advisors who was disagreeing with us or made him stand down. Wonderful. Good boy. A healthy rivalry between meddlesome fighters is to be expected, but the growing discord between Jurgen and Orden is sounding the mood at court. Jurgen is widely regarded to be more skilled, but Orden clearly takes issue with the assertion. In the middle of an audience, the latter burst into my throne room, clutching his sword hilt. Jurgen, only one of us can claim to be the king's most skilled thane. Meet me outside and I will settle the question. I would cut you to pieces, were you to stand, if it was not for the presence of my lord, you impotent knave. We're not against military stuff, though. That's the thing. We're honest, we're temperate, we're patient. Being temperate, we probably wouldn't want this to happen, though. So we'll get them to not do this. We'll tell them they're on the same side. Creating more problems, but that's what he would do, so. We have a fair bit of gold. We've upgraded all of our holdings how we can. We actually can't upgrade one of these, though. So we'll wait up to 300 gold and... What would we probably go for? Probably blacksmiths, maybe? That'd fit, like, the Skyforge, but... We wouldn't do... Maybe archery grounds, maybe blacksmiths. Not too sure. I stand above my subjects as sovereign ruler, unequaled in the realm, dressing the part with resplendent garments and jewelry. Would serve as a subtle reminder to everyone that I am in charge. We're not humble, but we're also not, like, arrogant. Oh, it's so expensive. We're temperate, so we wouldn't do that. Yeah, we'll not do that then. That's not a good idea. Had you any contacts with the Reachmen, with the orcs to the south, and the looming crisis of Greater Sky? Might be time to seek accommodations with them. They've completely united. The thing is, there's a bunch of Minotaur worshippers there, and they are followers of the old gods, and I don't know, we'd probably view them pretty hostilely, because he's just basically attacked everyone to get his current position. And that really is not something Jarl Torek or King Torek would like. So they wouldn't be in his eyes a potential ally, but he wouldn't obviously want to make an enemy out of them. Like, we have an ally in Falkreath, and I think we'll just kind of stay there. I'm just hoping that we get a moot. That's what he'd be planning for. He's just hoping that we'll get a moot. And if not, realistically, there's going to be a war. So. Oh, did I read that right? Yep. Freydis just died. Neither the original High Queen or High King at the start is still alive. Their children are both around. He has been deemed worthy by the crown of verity as well. Pretty old, 49. But I deem you something you don't, if you read until after RP, don't want to interrupt. Yeah, go for it, man. I'll read it when we're good. Oh, man. What's his traits? He is impatient, content, and lustful. Being content, he'd probably agree to the moot, to be honest. So we may get an election. Akar has come of age. My daughter, Princess Yona, has been murdered by Lord Har of Horvaskir. In cold blood, oh, Yona must think herself kind's equal. Oh, wow. Okay, no, our daughter married. Did I read that right? She just murdered someone. He's one of our vassals. Oh, no. Our daughter just murdered one of our vassals. Wow. We got to imprison her. Holy fuck. We're known for our justice, and that's the kind of person we are. So. She's an ally, so we can't imprison her. What? And they're family members, so I don't think I can't break the alliance either. Oh, god damn it. Well, that sucks. We'll denounce her then, publicly. We'll publicly denounce our own daughter for the murder of one of our vassals. Since I guess we're not, by law, able to arrest her for some reason. Take what you kill. I heard good things about you, and I'm interested in starting a written conversation. I hope this letter finds you willing, for I'm awaiting your swift reply. Oh, the Jarl of the Pale. We'll, of course, exchange letters with him. We almost have diplomat. We may get it before we die, but we're getting pretty old here. Can lawfully imprison. Oh, okay, now we can imprison her. All right, we will discuss our tome collections. How about that? All right, we've imprisoned our daughter for murder. What's the Whiterun murder law? Is there any well-known crime? Okay, here we go. Murder is considered one of the most serious crimes. Arrest you, causing such as drowning. Yeah, not the guards. Like, I guess you just serve a sentence. And that's what you do in Skyrim. What do you lore on, like, the actual... Is there anything in the lore of Whiterun that, like, says, like, what happens to murderers? Because there's a quest I know surrounding murder. I don't suppose anyone knows by chance. They get stoned in Whiterun. We can't murder her, it'd be an act of tyranny. So in our own laws, apparently that's not the case. To think that you would ask with a subject so dear to me. You truly know me better than most. Since you have indulged me so, I must ask you if there's anything I can do for you. We're trying to do a trade deal. We're not very an economically minded person though, so we'll just keep exchanging letters with it. God damn it. Well, there we go. It chose it. Speaking of it, though, we're just gonna imprison her, and we'll keep her in prison for like, let's say, 15 years. We'll keep her in prison for a long time. The Entourage returned with some surprising news. The Reach folk responsible were actually under direct orders from respected pagan, who was very offended by Jurgen. Speaking to the warriors that the Entourage brought to me and confirmed the story that Jurgen was stealing hides from the camp's herds proved to be true. They were taking back what was rightfully theirs. If they were rightfully theirs, then it's their right. She wants to ransom herself. She's basically a player character in Skyrim right now trying to pay the guards off. We'll decline it. We'll make... No, he's a Craven, so we would make him our Marshal. We'll make Wolfmare our Marshal. We're diplomatic. We know that's what we need to do. Also, we're about to die. So... We are about to die. Yes, absolutely. We're on the edge of death right now. Currently, Torg is just bedridden, and his illness he's had his whole life appears to be getting the best of him. Yeah, he lived for 65 years. We're starved, we're frail, we're aging. That'll do it. Minutes left in the game too. All right, with the remaining gold we have, let's go ahead and build a holding. Actually, can we not? Can't build any of these. Nope, we can't build any of these. Never mind. Can we build a new holding? We need 400. We'll save up for that. What's an academy? Illustrious and prestigious academy for people to work their skills, but that you need the master's field. Which we're actually working on right now, I think. Westholders are. Yeah, he's working on Master's Field. Nice. So I guess we, instead of doing that, will construct... We'd probably expand the city, so we'll build another city holding when we can. There's a great man worthy of the halls of Sovngarde. If you murder a daughter is your heir, you might want to release her beforehand in case the game decides it's too much to handle. No, she's not. Our heir is our son, Siolvar. Alright, let's, no, we wouldn't become a guardian for him. Princess Yona is a player. Originally, yes. Penance did reserve her, so... Yeah, but I don't know if he's showing up for the next one. He didn't show up for this one today. And we just got a bunch of money, so let's go ahead and build, let's expand upon the city. We're building up Whiterun proper. Oh, they couldn't play today, I got you, okay. In that case, we'll just keep her imprisoned. She's got heirs and stuff, so she's all good. I married her to, Hunting Brew as well, so... Hunting Brew actually will then become that player's land, I think, in the future. Let's build the Cloud District. It's early enough. I mean, Whiterun would probably be a lot smaller than, but the game doesn't do a city like that justice. Skyrim like only shows like little parts of cities. They'd be much bigger. 8 minutes left. It's been an interesting game, I gotta say. Did not go the way I expected. And Brahma's gotten so big. Things have definitely centralized entirely at this point. Now it's just Winterhold, Eastern Skyrim, Western Skyrim, the Council of the Reach, Whiterun, Falkreath, which is back, obviously, in Nordic control, the Rift, and Bruma. So, it's a really interesting place for the first session. Next session, I am almost certain we're going to have either the moot or the full-on civil war, so it'll be very spicy next session. And we would probably, if a war did happen, we would probably side with Western Skyrim at present. But that could change. Yeah, it'll either be a marriage unification, it will be a moot to decide the leader, or there will be outright war. He's content, so he'd go for probably the moot or a royal marriage. You're one of the two. The game may be ending too, let me see. What is going on? Have you been to the Cloud District? What I am saying, of course, what am I saying? Of course you haven't. Like, you gotta love those repeated dialogues that we've all heard a million fucking times. I think the game's ending. Let me check.
Take a save.
Are we calling it here?
Yeah.
Are we calling it here?
Yeah, we're calling it here. I'm gonna have a look through the save.
All right, we are going to go ahead and end here. I'm going to end stream. I will be back in a little while to play single player Millennium Dawn and continue that Iran game. I'm going to take a bit of a break. I'm for sure doing it tonight, but I need to eat some food and handle some business and stuff like that. It'll be a bit of a later one. I'll probably only stream 2 or 3 hours of it. Just working through that Iran game. This has been really fun. This is pretty fucking cool, man. Lost it. But I really enjoy this. Skyrim is, and Elder Scrolls is such an interesting setting. This mod is so good. It's got some issues, but it is stable enough to certainly play in multiplayer, so we may be doing a fair bit more of this in the future. I'm fucking excited, and today was a lot of fun, so. All right, I'm gonna end the stream right now. I will be back later for some Millennium Dawn single player, just kind of more casual. If that interests you, that'll be later tonight. If not, I will be back streaming on Sunday with some Victoria 3 and continuing the India game. There will not be Ambinar this Sunday. There will be, I think, one more session, but it'll be a week from Sunday. So just heads up about that. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed. I will catch you later.